Tour of Aurora Avenue during the last Men's Room performance. Here's what you missed.
One woman who had obsessive thoughts about farting was advised to fart harder. An obsession with the squeakers is always a fetish. In 1982, a pair of scientists at Georgia State University published a case study about a 33-year-old respiratory therapist who could not get rid of her mind of obsessive thoughts about roaring from the rear. In a rather unorthodox move, she was instructed to intensify flatus emissions, or in layman's terms, when she had to pass gas, she would just fart harder. And it helped free her of the thoughts altogether.
That is odd.
The medical term for a fart.
Not flatulence?
Flatus. You're very close.
Flatus.
Yes.
That sounds like a Roman god. I am Flatus, god of Uranus.
Kneel before me.
Sorry. Apologies.
You wouldn't apologize.
Soak it in, my subjects.
Game is Big Dummy.
Well, no, man.
206
Sorry, now,
round.
I'm sorry. No black people on the Flintstones.
Or the Jetsons in the future or in the past.
The hell, man.
Oh, they're gone.
Look at this beautiful future in the Jetsons.
Wait till you have a son named Elroy.
Remember the good old days?
It was too high up, man. They don't want to be up there.
Hey, look, let's be honest. If you look at old cartoons, there's not a ton of representation, period.
No.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And when there was, it wasn't awesome. Oh, no, you'll be the Crows. It's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, oh, thanks.
Dancing Frog.
You know, I'm going to redo the Flintstones. Be all black calves.
Be like the WB, see?
Yeah, goddamn right. Be Frederick Flintstone, mother.
Frederick.
Get lost, dummy.
And somebody here says, hey, Johnny Quest had his friend. That was an Indian dude. You guys from India. He ain't black, man. It's an Indian dude. What the hell?
I'm just going to Google black cartoon characters in general now.
Other than Fat Albert, right?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's not good.
Why?
Why do you say it like that?
Well, say it. You Google it.
Well, because most of them are more recent and stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But old school.
Yeah. Not on the Flintstones. Even Scooby-Doo hung out with the Harlem goddamn Globetrotters. I mean, it had to be the Harlem Globetrotters, but they showed up. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Here's your question. What America's Got Talent host replaced Nick Cannon? A female with a very large forehead.
Oh, Tyra Banks. Come on.
Damn.
Christ. Wow.
All right, before we let you go, a true or false question for you. I gave you the only clue I could think of.
Jeff, I always forget. Have we met you at an event?
Yes. He was at Tracyton. Definitely Tracyton.
Definitely at Tracington was the 20th anniversary of Bright Raven Blue Ring. Ted, if you really need to remember it, I fist bumped you one time. It's like, Ted, what's going on? It's like, I'm doing good. It's like, it's hot in here. It's like, yes, it is. And then you walked off. And then after you did whatever the cover of the Beastie Boys, it's like, hey, man, good set. You're like, thanks. I scored some bacon. And then you walked off again.
Oh.
I scored some bacon.
I just appreciate that whether you're sober or having a few beverages, you have the same energy with your Johnson.
Oh.
When he says
Same
it.
energy with your Johnson. Jesus.
I did
That's
score
a
some good bacon.
Hey, the Hawks are in the Super Bowl this week, and there's a reason to be pumped up. Anyways, let's go.
That's a good point.
Hell yeah, Jeff.
All right,
Hell
Jeff.
yeah.
Here's your question.
Can't wait to ignore you again.
Tell you about my bacon, how hot I am. Andy the Panda from Woody Woodpecker. It's a goddamn panda.
What about Daffy Duck? Well,
He's black.
He's black because he's a black duck.
Well, yes, but there's white
I'm
ducks.
saying a black character. Talking about people. Not Felix a goddamn cat or Daffy goddamn duck.
Well, they're black.
makes you feel any better. When I was a kid, Junkyard Dog was my favorite wrestler.
There's something.
I mean, technically, an orca's black.
It's black and white.
He's more black than white.
I don't know if you look at the bottom, he's more white than black.
Yeah, it just depends on the angle.
Miles, I don't think we're supposed to judge.
All right, he's white then.
No, in this country, he's black.
We got a great white shark.
You got
That's
any
what we
black eye there, you're black.
Yeah, the white, right, we call him the great
How about
white
Casper?
shark.
Was Casper a white kid or a black kid?
That ghost?
Well, we saw him as a ghost. What if you found out he's a brother that died? Do you know why Casper died? What killed Casper? Do you know? This is true. So he was a ghost
Spanish flu.
of a child. He died of tuberculosis.
Oh.
That's,
Are black ghosts white?
if you're a ghost, you become white.
Well, how do we know? Well, maybe a white ghost is black.
It's possible.
Yeah, you never know.
Casper could have been a brother.
They're ghosts.
That's how they'll spin. Hey,
How do you know?
Casper was a black kid. Yeah, he died of tuberculosis, but
And then they say processed cheese is a go-to Super Bowl purchase in most in the South, Texas, Missouri, Nebraska, Colorado. I do this every year because I've been through it myself. I helped one of your friends out last year. Listen, if you're looking for Velveeta, blocks of Velveeta, it's in the chip aisle. It is nowhere near any of the other cheeses.
Because it's not cheese.
right.
Like, you got to go, like the chips are on one side, the other side's got like Nabisco stuff. That's where you can find like your
Did you
cheese
help
whiz.
my friend find it, or did you go seeking it and found it for her?
No. He was looking for it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Specifically because
Gotcha.
he was making Philly cheesesteaks, and then I
Yeah.
saw him a second time, and he's like, and I had been through it at that store. He's asking the guy, and I just said, hey, hang on, I got you, because I mean it's happened to me, and I feel like
Just call me.
yeah, if there's any time of year, a lot of people aren't Velveeta people.
Sure.
If there's one day they'll probably eat it, it's probably Super Bowl Sunday.
And I will say, the guy you're talking about, he's from Philly. So if he's going to do a Philly cheesesteak, he wants
gonna be
exactly what he wants.
and he
wants
still
to win.
owes me a broccoli rabe.
Really?
Yeah, like the pork one with the broccoli rabe on it.
You guys negotiated that deal.
Well, I found him the Velveeta. Either way, enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday. Go Hawks!
Your question, lava is lava when it flows out of a volcano. What is it called when it's still underground?
Okay. So lava, and then it is.
Think about Dr. Evil.
It's lava when you can see it, but before it shoots out of the earth, it's called...
Why is this so hard?
I don't
Okay.
know.
I know.
It's your
Okay.
voice.
Lava. Hey.
It's kind of sexy to me.
Okay. You're getting me all hot and flustered.
This picture of Vienna sausage between his legs.
Can't even stand up.
Yeah. Sweet and spicy. Okay. Come on, guys. Let's get with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so lava is lava coming out, but when it's on the inside,
That's right.
the cream filling is hot still. Molten. No, that's not right. Is it molten? No, molten is lava, right?
You got the right
it's
first letter.
still molten.
I mean,
it's
it is
still molten
right.
when it's underground.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say.
It rhymes with schmegma.
Oh, magma.
Magma. There you go.
Hey.
All right, so I did the research. Widely recognized as the first black cartoon character. Any guesses? We all know who he is.
Is it Fat Albert?
Nope. Mike, you brought him up.
Is it Franklin?
It is, in fact, Franklin. Introduced July 31st, 1968. Widely recognized as the first black character in the Peanuts comic strip, one of the first in major mainstream American comic strip. It continues. Cartoonist Charles Schulz introduced Franklin after receiving a letter from a Los Angeles school teacher, one Harriet Glickman, who urged him to include black children in the strip following the assassination of MLK. And he first appeared on the beach where he helped Charlie Brown find his lost beach ball. Notice brother was not in the water. But they say...
I'm shocked he was at the beach.
I'm just saying, like, not like he's not there swimming or nothing. But they say, despite facing objections from Southern newspaper, Schultz insisted on keeping the character in the strip.
People in the South were against the black.
Can you believe that? It still
Shocked.
doesn't say, and do you know Franklin's last name?
Smith.
Armstrong.
Oh.
Yeah, they just said, look, most people don't know. We know. Here you go. So Franklin Armstrong.
And now, the men's room legacy continues. Unfortunately, what you are about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,470. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, a Super Bowl matchup, inspired Bad Choice Friday. Seahawks sideline reporter Jen Mueller joins us at 4:30. Plus headlines, a Men's Room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV time with Ted.
Click, clack.
All right, here we go to Ohio, where the headline, death by a trash compactor, is not something you ever want to hear. We head to Colorado for a fire-juggling unicyclist, and according to cops, is not in the clear. A court summons a girl to jury duty who is only 4. Oklahoma porch pirate is one you truly would adore. And 5 ice skaters get stranded on a drifting sheet of ice. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, restaurants have been in the news a lot lately. Earlier this week, at an Olive Garden in Pennsylvania, one of their cooks, who happened to be tripping on PCP, plunged his head into a deep fryer 3 times. Well, things did not end well because he dunked his head into a deep fryer. In North Carolina, a guy broke into a Little Caesars, fired up the kitchen, made pizzas for customers, pocketed all the cash. Yeah, it turns out that's illegal, and he's been arrested. And people, well, they always dog Little Caesars, but personally, I like Little Caesars. I do. I enjoy the pizza. But I will say this, my one soft spot for pizza chains will always be, and forever has been, Pizza Hut. Well, if you're like me, enjoy it while you can, because it might become a thing of the past here in the U.S. as its parent company, Yum Brands, they're preparing to close hundreds of locations across this wonderful country of ours. And if you live in Tukwila, maybe you're a fan of the Bahama Breeze restaurant. It's the only Washington State Bahama Breeze location, and it's closing for good in April. So if you enjoy your jerk mahi-mahi, your tequila sunburned glazed salmon, or your skirt steak churrasco, you just might have to make it yourself. And that begs the question, could you? I mean, left to your own devices, do you think that there's a restaurant dish that you could recreate, serve to people, and they'd be equally as happy, right? Like anyone can make spaghetti, you can make breadsticks, but somehow you go to Olive Garden, you like it better.
Can't make a bloomin' onion.
Can't make a bloomin' onion. Yeah, that one I have not been able to do. But while we're on the topic, you don't necessarily have to recreate restaurant quality food, but the Super Bowl is coming up this Sunday, right? In 2 days, a lot of people are going to be eating a lot of homemade stuff. And let's face it, depending whose house you go over to, who has invited you, the dishes you know that they do well, or maybe it's going to be potluck. But they don't say, hey, bring something. They very specifically say, hey, Miles, you bring your, 7-layer clam dip, because that's the thing that we know you can nail. So that's what we're talking about today. Yeah, it has to do with food. We just want to know you don't have to be a good cook. You just have to know how to do something, right? Your one go-to dish that everyone looks forward to when you're showing up. So today's question, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration, is what's your go-to dish that everyone likes?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
hosting this lovely afternoon.
Hola, bitches. It's a fantastic Friday outside. By the way, today's shot is brought to you by Jim Beam Black, which is why we, of course, will be drinking raw eggs. Let's see. Actually, should we crack our eggs before I even start this, man?
Dude, I tell you what.
Just so you're at the ready, man. I'm just saying. Before I even go through the whole shot. Because, listen, one. The story. For all his trials and tribulations, Andre couldn't afford the expensive Moscow hospital, so he was moved to a hospital back in his hometown where he was greeted by his drunk, abusive father. Oh. Jesus. So today, we drink to Andre. Dude, I'm going to puke, just so you know.
All right, there's a bucket for you.
Yeah, man, 8 eggs deep.
It's nearby.
8 eggs deep. So, we pour these eggs and drink these eggs because we kind of think they're yummy.
Ted, pile in there, man. Get in closer.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to curdle in our tummies. Down the hola, bitch-ola.
Dumbasses. Oh, thrills dripping down his shirt, too. Ted's still working.
That might have been the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Could somebody just go over there and press the button, please?
Good work,
Jesus
buddy.
God, dude, hit the button, will you, man?
A yolk broke in my mouth, dude.
Dude, it dribbled all on your pants and everything.
I don't care.
Jesus, I'd rather slam across Lake Washington.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Smiles with Thrill, the men's room, 99.9 KISW Seattle. Don't try that at home. Jesus Christ.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef of the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. So I believe it was about 3 weeks ago, I had this list of canned foods that were popular 50 years ago. All right? So keep that in mind. 50 years ago, this is people were eating. They didn't have microwaves. They didn't have a lot of other stuff. Food technology hadn't come along that far. So they were all popular 50 years ago.
Yep.
Now, just for the hell of it, some of the... Oh.
Just bringing it straight out here.
Can I get a knife?
Yeah, there's got one over there.
So just keep in mind, we have some of the items, but some of the things that were also on the list were like SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
Right?
We know what those taste like. I mean, we've had them so many times in life throughout the years. You know what it tastes like. But it's not going to be good, but it's not disgusting. It is what it is.
Right. You had Hunt's pudding snack packs.
Yep. I
Those are
remember
fantastic.
Right?
Couldn't bring those in. No.
Thank you, Miles. Be careful. That loaf is heavy.
Going to roll off. I cannot believe you've actually had one of these before.
Man, I am feeling. We weren't that poor. Maybe my mom just liked it.
Maybe.
We're going to find out.
Do you remember what it tastes like? Is there any memory
Oh,
of
my
the gun?
God.
Jesus, why is this so hard to cut?
That is a
To me,
great
it was
question.
like you got to put a little bit of country crock on it as well. We're just kind of
Give it to the dog?
eating it dry.
It looks like pumpernickel.
It
It
does.
doesn't mean it is. I'm just saying it looks like pumpernickel.
And I don't remember ever using. So Miles is cutting up right now canned bread. Canned ribs were also in there. Spam spread. But we're going to start with canned brown bread. Now, again,
I looked for the canned ribs, couldn't find them.
this was big in the Northeast. Now, I grew up in Maryland, which is technically the mid-Atlantic, but my grandparents were from the Northeast and stuff. So I think maybe that's part of the reason we had it. And there was only a certain time of year we ate it.
Is it like a holiday thing? Or, I mean, do you remember? And you can give me about half as much as you cut there, bro.
I mean, this is kind of a sick joke. I'd call my mom, but I don't think at this point she'd remember why we haven't. I'd have to remind her we ate it.
Canned bread. It smells very yeasty.
Yeah. So, send me a little square over, Miles.
All right.
See if it tastes like I remember it, which is not good.
Have that. It's got a very unique smell.
It's not the worst thing. I mean, it's kind of bland, and I'm very glad about that, man. Right?
Well, the problem is the can was dented. So if we're not here tomorrow, you know why.
That is a good point. That can had a major dent, man. So botulism's coming our way.
I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell we were eating it for. It had to be for something.
Even the fruit flies are flying away from it.
But also, again, this is the mid 80s. Like,
No.
my parents just like stuff out of cans.
Sure.
So canned bread, again, just big in the Northeast. It had to be a holiday thing. As I'm with you, I can't imagine why we would just.
Would you make
eat
a
that.
sandwich with that?
I wouldn't.
No, it was
You
just
could
like
use it
you would
to-
get a piece of it, and it would just have like margarine spread on it, and you would eat it. Now, obviously, that doesn't taste like much at all.
Right.
But I'm sure if you put butter on it, you'd
It
go
would
like.
be better. Look, it's not the worst thing.
No.
It's really
No.
It's very,
It's
very,
not.
very dense, but it's not the worst
Well,
thing.
we're going to judge everything based on what we have to eat coming up here.
And remember, this was 50 years ago that these were popular, right? So you got people,
Yeah.
I don't know, coming back from wars. People are broke. Maybe you ate stuff out of cans, so never really gave it a second thought.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, bread was plentiful 50 years ago. Like, you could still just buy a loaf of bread. I don't know why I would buy the canned bread. Because there's nothing specifically different about this other than its density. Slightly weird taste, but again, not the worst.
Maybe if you had like a nuclear bunker, you put this in.
That would make sense.
Something like that. Something
Yeah.
where like if
The Red Scare. That's why people bought it.
power goes out.
Well, and I think, too, a lot of the original stuff you had in cans were just easier, faster dinners.
Yep.
Right? Because, I mean, I'm from that era of, like, Hamburger Helper was God. You know what I mean? And, like, you have the fast food generation and all this kind of stuff.
God.
Well, I think also.
will kneel before the hamburger.
You also, for me, I feel like my generation was the first generation where oftentimes, like, both parents were out of the house.
Yeah.
So, like, by the time my mom got home, she worked all day. It was like, what are we going to make quickly? All right, number 2 on the list, Mike, we're going to go with the canned mac and cheese. All right. Chef Boyardee had one. Remember, his name, I wanted to say, was Boyardee.
Biordi.
Yeah. But they thought it was too kind of Italian sounding or whatever.
Oh,
so that
Well,
they
yeah,
shaved
you
it
don't
to
want it to
Boyardee.
sound authentic if you're giving people Italian.
You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Oh, but Charles, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,470. What a large and a charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Ted, you get a break today on Ted versus the FCC.
Oh, yeah?
We're going to have to do it live at Live Night. Your third and final attempt at that tongue twister you just can't
That
seem
one
to handle.
sucks.
Well, you're going to do it
Or
one more
it's-
time
it's
in
good.
front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
It's no Snoqualmie Casino.
Couple eyes on you, you know.
And
like
you know
to-
why?
Why?
Because Seahawks sideline reporter Jen Mueller, who you got on the program for us, is joining us at 4:30.
Yeah, man. Jen's the best.
Now, is she down
Are you
in
not
San
seeing how
Francisco?
this works out, Miles? Are you missing the greater conspiracy here?
What's that now?
I hate this particular tongue twister. It's so hard to do. Who got Jen Mueller on Friday where we normally do? I'm just saying.
At 4:30.
I'm
Weird how that-
saying-
4:30.
And it's just odd how that worked out for you.
Yeah, I know. It is crazy.
She's probably like, I can do any day but Friday. No, make it Friday.
Yep.
Now, is she heading down to San Francisco? Do we know that?
She's down there.
She is down there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Well, she's the sideline.
I
First
know
of all,
that.
They send your ass when you get to do that, man.
Well, I understand that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying NBC is covering the game. It's a national
Sure.
televised game. It's a
Yeah.
national broadcast. I didn't know if she was down there or not.
Oh yeah,
That's the perks of being a
absolutely
sports reporter.
Freaking it, man! When the Ravens went for the first time, like 2000, 2001, whatever, we worked at the sports station. I would say 50% of the guys I worked with, they got to go. Same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're broadcasting this nationally. There's actually a national radio team that's going to call it and they're like, yep, well, we got to go.
We're out of here.
Man, that first Ravens Super Bowl, I was working at the liquor store.
Yeah.
And it was like snowing or sleeting that day.
Uh-huh.
But I just remember, right? And like again, I wasn't a Ravens fan, but still it's a Super Bowl. But
Yeah.
we pumped out so many kegs that day.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Because they were still new, and a lot of people where I grew up, even in PG County, were like, "Screw it, we're Ravens fans."
Yeah,
Sure.
Ravens' first Super Bowl, same one. I'm on a flight from Phoenix to Baltimore, Washington International, BWI.
All right.
So I'm on a plane, and the game just kicks off. I mean, it was like, seriously, the game kicked off as we board the aircraft. I was just, and this is before TVs really were in
Yeah,
the
they
majority
didn't
of
have planes,
I mean, they
right.
might have like their own movie little thing there, but it's not actual broadcast television at that time.
Back then, I think they still dropped the screen at the front of the plane.
They might
And
have,
everyone on the plane, either you watched that movie or you ignored it, but that was it.
But you weren't watching live broadcast
No.
television. Because I remember one of the first airlines to do it was like JetBlue.
Yep.
Because the guys on that aircraft that were flying into, what was it, Los Angeles?
Oh, LAX, that one.
They lost a tire or something?
Correct.
But they were
And they're watching
on
themselves.
CNN. Yeah, that was after this. So I'm on the plane, and the pilot comes on. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. I have an announcement. Dilfer to Stokely, touchdown Ravens.
Right.
And we're all like looking at each other like, Dilfer to Stokely?
Right.
Who drew that one up?
I was on a plane when the Pats were playing the Falcons.
Okay.
The internet went out like around halftime, and there was Pats fans on this flight.
Sure. So they're just depressed and angry.
Depressed, angry. Like people are drinking more now, and the people working are kind of like, we get it. Like normally probably wouldn't serve you this much. And then at some point, about an hour from Seattle, the internet came back on. And I mean, they were screaming, going nuts because they'd come back.
Nice.
And there's no way they can believe that.
My
man.
apologies for sharing a positive Patriot story.
Jen Mueller
They're gonna
coming up
need
until 4:30. And of course, we'll drink and toast in the weekend with a shot of the day. That's Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
Sham on.
And today, a Super Bowl match inspired Bad Choice Friday. Now, the last time that we did the NFC Championship matchup, we featured a band from Los Angeles, one of the biggest hits ever out of L.A., against Macklemore, obviously one of his biggest songs that he's done. And we featured the Carpenters, Close to You, because, believe it or not, that thing was on the charts for 20-some weeks. Went to number one.
Which is still inexplicable, but it's true.
One of the so we took a little bit from that page for this week's matchup. Now, what we have for you is representing the New England Patriots from Boston, Massachusetts. This song was released as the third single from the second album of this band, released in 1991. It topped the Billboard Hot 100 chart and was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America. It additionally topped the charts in Belgium, in Canada, the Netherlands, New Zealand, entered the top 10 in 10 other countries. This song, according to the person who wrote it, became a monster. It took a life of its own, and we could not kill it. It will definitely pass the test of time. In the United States, it reached the top position on Billboard's charts in 1991, spent 22 weeks on the Hot 100 charts. In Canada, the song went to number one for this Boston band. In the United Kingdom, it peaked at number 2 on the UK singles charts, remained there for 13 weeks. Number 1 on the Dutch top 40 for 14 weeks. In New Zealand, peaked at number 1 on the official singles chart. In Australia, it was number 2. Certifications in Australia, platinum, Brazil, platinum, Canada, platinum, Denmark, gold, Italy, gold, Netherlands, gold, Spain, platinum, Sweden, gold, United Kingdom, platinum, United States, gold. Give it up for Extreme. Sir Mix-a-Lot.
My posse's on Broadway.
Posse.
Woo! My posse's on Broadway. Posse up, switch it.
Ted, what's the song about?
Well, he's hanging with his posse on Broadway.
Which Broadway?
Right there.
Capitol Hill.
They go to Dick's.
That's
it's all in the
exactly
song,
right.
dude.
Yeah, it's in there. Dick's would not let them film the commercial or the video.
Oh, back in the day?
At their location. Yeah. For
Really?
whatever reason, they were just not down with it.
Well, they learned the lesson and they let Macklemore up there.
Yeah, I know.
Or maybe.
Flintstones, anyone?
Jetsons?
One of you takes Flintstone vitamins? You know what I'm saying?
Times are changing, boys.
Yeah. Do you have any barbecue sauce? No? Okay. I'll take the tartar. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard is referenced in the song Way. Rainier Avenue, 23rd in Jackson. The college referred to Seattle Central College near the east end of the Broadway commercial strip. They talk about the drive-thru that used to be Taco Bell and Dick's Drive-In, the place where the cool kids hang.
I used to go to that Taco Bell when I first lived here.
So
Yep.
there's your battle right there. It is Extreme representing the New England Patriots and Sir Mix-a-Lot representing Seattle and your Seattle Seahawks. Vote now if you follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And with the game today, we're going to talk about food. I know that food is a big part of Sunday's game. Ted, what is on the menu again where you're watching it?
We're doing traditional pizza, wings, chips, dips, and then I'm going to make some little smokies in a sauce.
Okay.
Where are you getting your wings from?
Honestly, Wingstop.
Delicious wings.
We ordered them today.
Did you really?
That's smart.
Yeah.
Get ahead of the game.
Right, you figure they're going to get hammered on
Yes,
stuff.
they are.
Absolutely.
And Wingstop, man, they do a great job. We got them ordered for our end of year spectacular.
Yeah.
And the wings were fantastic.
Yeah.
That was only my second time at Wingstop. And the first time, I think I got buffalo wings, but we got like 6 different varieties. They're fantastic. They really are.
Yeah, that lemon pepper.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what you guys are throwing down?
We're kicking it around this morning. I'm like, I don't care. We know we're going to eat stuff we like.
Right.
And like I said, I just want man tapas. So just lots of little different things to nibble on. We'll figure it out. I know she was kicking it around this morning. I'm like, I don't know. But pretty much everything she suggested, I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm like, you kind of can't go wrong, you know?
Yep. I'm going to make some chicken wings.
All right.
I'm going to make some chili dogs.
Nice.
Some steamed shrimp. Some chips, some dip, and all that. Got some beers and got a couple bottles of whiskey. Picked up a bottle of Jameson last night. So it's going to be a fun time at my house.
Well, my friend, your guy's friend, DB,
Yeah.
who I used to live with, who all the ladies love, he's a very good cook. So I asked him, and he said, I'm making sushi, nachos, and he ordered Pike Place chowder from out here.
Of course he did.
Sushi nachos.
Yeah, wonton chips, raw tuna and salmon with wasabi and soy drizzle, green onions and cucumber.
I'm in.
Wow.
I was like, my man.
Is your sausage dip not being requested this time around? You're just not making it.
You know what? It hadn't been requested.
Okay.
So
because that's been your signature, one of your signature dishes for a long time as far as a party.
That is hands down. Like I have made that so much, and people ask for it so much that like I barely touch it anymore.
Right.
If I make it,
Because it gets eaten?
It gets eaten, and honestly, I've
kind of sick of it?
I've had so much of it.
Yeah.
So I've gotten a little loose now. Like I used to make it with spicy sausage. Sometimes now I'll just use like an Italian sausage.
Yeah.
Or what was I gonna say? They make now taco seasoned sausage.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
I have
Yeah.
not seen that.
I mean, that's really good.
Yeah, and it's almost closer to like chorizo, but not quite as spicy.
Since the Seahawks are in the Super Bowl, are you willing to give this recipe out over the year?
Yeah, of course.
You are.
Yeah. Actually, folks, if you want to write this down,
Get a pen and
pretty-
paper.
get a pen and paper.
That's right.
Yeah.
all right. Now the original recipe calls for spicy sausage, but you can pick any sausage you want. You get a pound of it, brown it up, drain all the grease out. Now while you're browning your sausage, you want to get a block of cream cheese. I like to put it on the stove next to the flame so it kind of softens up.
Okay.
And then simply add the drained ground beef, the cream cheese, and drain a can of original Rotel. Mix it all together, throw it in a pan, 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes. Serve with wheat thins or scoops.
Ooh, I go.
So it's a
scoops
very
on that.
simple recipe.
Super simple.
It's 3 different ingredients.
That's
essentially.
all it is. But it is awesome. I showed up to a Christmas Eve get together with it, and people were like, oh my God.
Yeah, my ex-wife used to make this artichoke dip, and I know what you're saying. Artichoke dip.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It was so good.
It was. She used Parmesan cheese, some cheddar cheese, mashed up artichoke hearts. I know it sounds ridiculous, but when you tasted it, it was so damn good. That's one of the reasons I miss her.
Yeah.
It really is.
One of the reasons I miss her.
I miss the dip. I really do.
Well, and then this year I added in, and I think Thrill, you adopted this recipe too, of just taking crescent rolls.
Oh yeah.
You put the dough in a muffin tin, and then I just add cheese, mozzarella, a frozen meatball, more cheese, more mozzarella. You close it up, you bake it, and it comes out like a little perfect little puff.
But
I
basically,
started adding everything to it.
Yeah.
Because you can't go wrong. If you had anything savory, put it in the crescent roll. And then my son, because right, you turned me on to the idea. And it's so basic and obvious, I can't believe like we haven't been doing it forever.
have you guys
Correct.
done a hot pizza pocket that way? Like with chopped up pepperoni,
Yeah.
sauce,
I did that
cheese?
a few times.
How's that?
It's fantastic, man. It's a crescent roll.
So you
and
can
in that
basically
case,
put any kind of combination. in that.
any combination that you already know you like, right? So I did the pepperoni and some sauce and the cheese and all that. We did it with ham and cheddar. I don't know why the F we had ham, but we had some leftover ham. Maybe after Christmas, whatever. Either way, I would chop it up, throw it in the crescent rolls, and after that, my son determined like that is the only way he's going to consume ham. So for 3 days in a row, as soon as he saw me, good morning, Dad. Hey, good morning, man. How you doing? Hey, can you? Yes, I will put some ham and some crescent rolls for you. And we'd get 6 out of it. He'd eat 5, I'd eat 1. But yeah, anything that you stick in there is going to be good.
So aren't they triangles when you break them apart?
They are triangles.
So how do you
Well,
get, how do
there's
you-
both. So there's the regular triangle ones, or you could buy just a sheet of them.
Okay.
We had the
Does that come in a
triangles.
can?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we just kind of, it's basically it took like 2 triangles. You kind of,
Per different cup.
per cup, right? So like 2 triangles per cup. This kind of because it folds together once you kind of mash it together. Put whatever the hell you want, and seriously, man, like whatever you put in there, it's going to be
Do you
delicious.
completely close the top or do you leave the middle open?
I'd leave a little middle open, but it depended what I'd put in there. So stuff like cheddar, I would completely close it.
And you can get away with, I've made 12 of them and just stretched out the triangles.
Yeah.
Kind of broke them apart.
I got to try this.
Miles,
Dude, seriously.
I am telling
Just
and
put
shout out to
anything.
Pinterest.
Anything.
That's where I got it.
Pinterest again.
It is so simple that once you do it, I mean, I made those 5 times this fall for games. But I'm telling you, once you do it, you'll be like Thrill is like, oh, wait a minute, we could add anything in here.
What combination do you like?
It's so
Stick it in the
simple.
crescent roll, pop it in the oven, man, and happiness awaits.
Sounds delicious. Our question, what is your go-to dish that everyone likes? 206-803-ROCK. Remember, Who Sucks Less? Stephen Thrill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They all suck, but it's up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
And as always, we have 3 stories. One of them deals with vehicles. The other 2, because Ted demands it, deals with kids.
Yep, gotta help them out.
I know, man. You're talking about the kids. Thrill. Talk about the kids today. Most people don't know it. The voice you hear from Ted is his radio voice. If we're in the office, off mic, hey, Thrill.
Yep, that's how it is.
Talk about those kids, man. Yeah.
It's like some people don't recognize me out in public.
Oh, when they hear the voice, like, God, you look like Ted, but obviously you're not him. Yeah.
Obviously not.
I've seen it with my own eye.
Go hard.
No, I mean, go hard. Come on, man. All right, so let's start in China, where a man...
I'm not positive where my accent came from.
Don't know. Some people Scotland. All right, so we go to China, where a man divorced his wife of 16 years after learning that none of his 3 kids that she birthed during their marriage were his. None of them. So in December 2007, he married this woman after she was 8 years his junior, and they got married soon after meeting her for the first time. Well, soon after tying the knot, the wife informed him she was pregnant, and he was so overwhelmed by the news that he was going to be the father that he never realized that his wife would have to have already been pregnant when they met. Anyway, she gave birth to the couple's first daughter, and her husband became a long-distance freight driver who was away most of the year, only coming home for short periods of time. Well, the years passed, and she gave birth to another daughter, which the husband assumed was his, because that's generally a safe assumption. But he started suspecting his wife's infidelity in 2019 when she informed him that she was pregnant once again, because, you see, this time he knew that he had not been home when the baby had been conceived. So he confronted his wife about it, but she insisted the baby was in fact his, and in the end, the man accepted her version and welcomed his 3rd daughter. In spite of all of the math that goes into this, she was like, nah, baby, you're wrong. Well, November of 2022, that's when he finally became that his wife had not been faithful. You see, he learned that she had been having an affair with a man named Wu, and that she had given birth to her 4th daughter at a hospital. Now, instead of confronting his wife, he got a lawyer. He went to the hospital to investigate. That's where he learned that she had indeed given birth to a girl there that month, but the release form featured his name as the father as well as his own forged signature. Well, convinced that his previous suspicions of his wife's infidelity had been correct, he then filed for divorce, and he ordered a paternity test for each of his children. The result was shocking because none of the 3 daughters he had raised as his own had been conceived with him. Heartbroken man took his wife to court, asked for paternity of the children anyway because he did raise them, but also for compensation for emotional distress. A family court issued its final verdict, and apparently this case is very polarizing in China, but he was awarded custody of the 2 eldest daughters, while his wife was ordered to give up her claims to material possessions and to pay monthly alimony to her ex-husband. Okay. So I do respect the fact that he's like, look, they're not mine biologically, but I raised them. I still want custody. But damn, man. So she puts out just not for him. Now we go right here in the United States where everyone has lost their frickin' mind. Case in point, the father of a 4-year-old girl whose accurate NFL predictions made her a viral sensation says his family is now receiving death threats after her picks during the playoffs were losers. Again, this is a 4-year-old girl.
Who'd she pick?
So, Reese Donatelli, she gained a large social media following for her spirited and sassy football predictions posted to her dad's account. And what she would do is grab the mini helmet of an NFL team she believed would win, sometimes tossing aside the losers. Okay, it's not like she's like, hey, bet on sports here. It's a 4-year-old girl. She looks at colors she likes, whatever. Tosses the helmet she doesn't like, keeps the team she does like in front of her. Well, during the first weekend of this month's playoff games, several of her predictions, they did miss the mark, prompting some followers to claim her picks were, quote, cursed. I'll remind you, this is a 4-year-old girl. So her father, who's a radio personality, one Anthony Donatelli of Riverside, California, he told the LA Times that the family has received threatening messages, including death threats and including demands for money from people who claim to have lost thousands of dollars because his 4-year-old daughter's picks were incorrect. Now, the backlash even drew commentary from celebrity fans. Rapper Cardi B, whose boyfriend is New England Patriots wide receiver Stephon Diggs, she joked during an Instagram Live after she picked the Patriots to win, quote, that little white girl said we're going to win. F that bitch. It's from Cardi B about a 4-year-old girl. Now, the father and daughter's Instagram series, dubbed Trust the Toddler, it began nearly 4 years ago when the father, who's a lifelong Steelers fan, he bought the mini helmets to teach his daughter colors, geography, and about football. But even the best have off days. Reese guessed the wrong team for all 6 games during the first week of the playoffs. The next week, she went 1 for 9, incorrectly predicting that the Buffalo Bills, the 49ers, and the Bears would win. And that's what led to death threats again against a 4-year-old girl. Just throwing it out there, man.
Those are bad picks.
They're terrible picks, and
You should know that if you're gambling.
If you're going to bet on football, you can go with your gut, you can go on what you know to be true, or you can go with a 4-year-old girl who does not care about football and is picking football helmets by color. Your choice, your money, do your thing. God, man. And here's the question. You ever sold anything on Facebook Marketplace? Now, there are pros who do it. A 24-year-old guy in Missouri, he's facing charges after he sold the same 2 cars multiple times. Because, you see, he'd sell one. Then immediately, he would steal it back and then sell it again. His name is Mamdou Diallo. And cops in Kansas City said that between May and June of last year, he sold 2 cars to 8 different people. A 2013 Honda Civic and a 2013 Buick Verano. Now, the cops caught on after they got 8 different stolen vehicle reports that were similar. People paid cash, got what seemed like a legit title for the car, and then it was stolen the next day in all 8 cases. So he got caught after he tried to sell the same car to the same buyer a second time. A woman he scammed saw the car for sale again, used a different Facebook account to reach out. He tried to sell it to her for a second time. She also got security footage of him stealing the car around 1 a.m., 7 hours after he sold it to her. He's now facing 14 felony charges and up to how long in prison?
I don't know.
98 years.
Oh, damn.
You can kill someone and get less time. So, yeah, 98 years in prison.
Hey, look, that's crappy, but 98
years. So, again, our stories today, we have the guy in China who he was married for 16 years, discovered that none of the daughters that his wife birthed were his. In the end, he got custody of 2. She's paying some alimony. We have just the general football betting U.S. public who are sending death threats to a 4-year-old girl because, in her infinite wisdom of the sport of football, got her picks wrong in the playoffs. And finally, the guy who would sell you a car, steal the car back, and then sell it again.
Okay, Ted, it's easy for me. I'm going to say the man who divorced his wife after 16 years of marriage because she lied about 4 kids, she sucks the most. Because she put him through that long of a time, and the whole thing was just a lie. Even though he got a couple of his kids, even though he got some child support or alimony or whatever he got and got to keep all his stuff, it's just the emotional wear on someone.
Yeah,
so that one to me sucks the worst, sucks the most. Death threats against a 4-year-old. That's pretty bad. I know that I don't think anybody
think that one sucks the most.
Was going to follow through on it, but at the same time, it's your family. This guy's
it's a 4-year-old girl picking football teams.
Yes, right. And I would say Miles and I are joking about how bad her picks were. Like I would bet money on a 4-year-old.
Here's the thing.
Yes,
they are bad picks, but she's 4.
You should know better. I mean, they have animals that make picks. Sometimes they're right. Sometimes
there's
they're wrong.
a monkey, an octopus.
Don't threaten to kill the dog.
We don't know that.
So I'm going to say that.
Oh, you know about that dog that bounces the balls?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had some bad picks. He had to go into hiding.
You said about
yeah, right. So I'm going to say KC guy because he got busted. Yes, he was doing what he was doing, but he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail. And
98.
I don't know if anyone got their money back or got a car or out of the deal, but
I don't know. I don't know.
One way or another.
I mean, unfortunately, well, I do agree with you. That one sucks the least. Unfortunately, I don't think those people probably. I'm assuming this guy probably doesn't have the money or spent the money.
Probably.
So it still sucks.
Well, I don't know because he gets paid in cash. Keep in mind, he's stealing these cars hours later. So he has to have. So I can't imagine. Like, I don't know. Give me $20,000 for the car. I can't imagine I've spent $20,000 in 8 hours. I mean, it could be done, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I do agree that sucks the least. I'm a thrill though, man. Like, sending death threats to a 4-year-old.
What the hell's wrong with
for football bets? And again, she's picking helmets on color or names she likes or whatever.
But like Cardi B, I can cut her some slack because she's doing an Instagram live. I think she's just kidding around.
I would think so.
To message the family and be like,
"Go to kill her,"
right? Or I mean, even to make fun of her, like throw why would you bet money on what a kid says?
I don't know.
Debate continues on Who Sucks Less. If you like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Coming up at 5:08, we will drink and toast with.
WNKISW HD1 Seattle. on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
All right, we brought you the story either yesterday or the day before, but even though he's committing a crime, it's kind of hard not to like this guy. Customers who braved a North Carolina snowstorm for pizza may have gotten more than they ordered. Police in Kinston say 41-year-old ex-employee Jonathan Hackett is accused of breaking into a Little Caesars after hours, firing up the kitchen, and selling pizzas to unsuspecting customers, then pocketing the cash. In a statement, police said Hackett allegedly entered the restaurant on 2 separate occasions, starting with a Sunday night after a major storm dumped up to 14 inches of snow in the area. Now, during that first break-in, he's accused of making pizzas, selling pizzas, and keeping all the proceeds. When Hackett allegedly returned for a second attempt, employees were inside and tried to block him from getting in. That confrontation turned into a physical fight, and Hackett was injured before being taken to a local hospital. He was arrested after being treated. Hackett now faces a stack of charges: felony breaking and or entering, felony obtaining property by false pretenses, felony larceny after breaking and entering, misdemeanor breaking and entering, and a curfew violation. Investigators did not say how many pizzas were made or sold during the unauthorized shift. But either way.
Yeah, I like the guy.
Guy can make pizzas. Our question, what is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
I mean, he could have just worked there.
Hey, he used to work there.
Now, you've worked at a couple pizza places. Does that make you, are you a more competent pizza maker, do you believe, than most people?
Look, as far as competence in making pizza, honestly, it's just about the dough and whether or not you can throw it, right? Because in the end, if assuming the ingredients are available for it, because this guy, as I understand, he was not making the sauce from scratch.
Right, exactly.
I'm pretty competent in that. But generally, if the sauce is there, like, can you take a ladle and throw it around? But you can tell somebody who might not know what they're doing with pizza, just look at the dough before they throw it in the oven. Okay. If it's all kind of lumpy and sideways, or it's got a few tears in there, or they tried to stretch it out. So that's really the only thing you get out of it.
It's hard.
Right. That's what it is. That's the only thing,
Yeah.
other than learning to make the sauce. The only thing you really had to learn at the pizza place is like, look, man, you got to know how to throw the dough.
Okay.
Yeah, we did it a couple summers ago. Somebody had like the portable pizza ovens.
Yeah.
First of all, we made dough, but it was kind of hot. It was the middle of the summer, which making dough is a bitch.
It is. It sucks.
It's a pain in the ass.
It's not fun, right?
And then just trying to stretch it out and everything.
That's the part.
Mine looked awful.
Okay.
How did it taste?
It tasted great.
Okay.
But, I mean,
this has always been my argument, though, right? Because you'll go to a place and it says artisan pizza. And as best I can tell, the only difference between normal pizza and artisan pizza is that normal pizza is round. Artisan pizza is whatever shape you get. So every time I see artisan pizza on the menu, I'm like, the people back there can't throw dough. That's really all
Mine
it
was
is,
definitely
right?
artisan.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So we call yours artisan because it looks like S, but in the end, the ingredients are the same. It's going to taste good.
But looks matter
it
on
just
pizza.
looks.
In a
but
weird
that's
way.
why you
In a weird
say
way.
artisan, because if you say artisan, and I'm convinced of this, I've not been to a restaurant where they said artisan pizza and I got a round pizza. Every time it comes out, it's whatever shape it is.
Right.
And I go, all right, so that's how you're selling incompetence. Call it artisan. People go, oh, this is a really nice. Like, no, it's not. They can't throw a freaking dough. That's why it looks like that.
What is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola.
Happy Positive Friday, boys, and go Hawks.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
So my story takes us to Joint Base Lewis McChord, where I spent my last couple of years of active duty military, and every single guy in my respective brigade loved my burgers. Whenever they got it for lunch or dinner meal at the dining facility, like every time I open up, I get a huge line of soldiers, and I was like, "Oh my God, guys, they're just burgers. Chill out."
What do you do to your burger? Because you're right, a burger's a burger unless you do something. Oh, crap, I just hung up on the guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, dude, call back. That's my bad. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, I just ended up hanging up on him.
You can't have the best burger. The hell with
I know,
you.
that's what I want to hear, because, like, your buddy James, and we've talked about, Ted, your buddy James, his burgers. You said he's not even necessarily your favorite person, but you're going to be able to tailgate and bring his burgers.
I mean, it's hands down.
I've never had a burger like that in my life.
Right, it might be the best hamburger I've ever had in my life.
It might be made out of, I don't know, Jack Russell Terrier. I don't know. But whatever it is, and the thing was, the guy, when I got this burger, the guy go, wait. Don't put any condiments on it. So I'm going to add ketchup, mustard, like a normal person. He goes, I said, dude, I like my burgers with the condiments. He goes, I hear you. He said, just do me a favor and just try my burger without the condiments. And because he wouldn't leave and he's standing there looking at me, I did that.
Yeah,
And
correct.
then I
I think
realized when it was in my mouth, like, he is not wrong.
I
I
like-
did not bother to add anything else to it.
I like a grilled burger for the most part.
Sure.
But if you have a flat top, man, where you can make like a smash burger, one of those. In my mind, that is the best place because it keeps all of the juice and the grease.
It does.
In the hamburger.
We got Justin back. Sorry. Sorry about that, man.
No, it's all good. Technical difficulties happen.
Well, I just effed up, but yeah, we'll say technical difficulties. But so, what's the secret to your burger? Like, what do you add to
So
it?
for me, like since I'm born and raised here in Washington State, I use a little bit of the Johnny seasoning salt, a little bit when I start flipping. Sometimes I may even pre-season the grill just a little bit to get some of that flavor from the seasoning salt. And a lot of soldiers from like California or from the East Coast will eat it. They're like, dude, what'd you put into this? And I'm like, Johnny's seasoning salt. You can find it at Walmart here around Washington State. And trust me, it's some good stuff.
I prefer a thinner patty. Do you make yours thick or thin?
It kind of, so when I was doing them homemade, I usually try to make it a little bit on the thicker side to try and keep some of that juice in. But when I was working with active duty, they were a little bit on the thinner side.
Okay,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
I will say, and you're right, dude. When I moved out here, I had never heard of Johnny seasoning salt, but it's awesome.
Is that really? That's the entire secret to your burgers is the Johnny's.
Sometimes, like if I have some leftover bacon from the breakfast meal, I'll use some of that little of the bacon grease and kind of use that to toast the buns a little bit.
Ooh, all right. Okay.
I like
well,
your head.
typically, if you're getting a bigger hamburger, it's going to be a quarter pounder.
Yeah.
As far as the size. So for 1 pound of ground beef, you get 4 patties. Now, McDonald's regular hamburger and cheeseburger, do you know how many patties that they get out of 1 pound?
16.
They get 10.
Oh, 10. Okay.
10. But I tried this one time at home.
All right.
I just put some wax paper out. I'm like, look, I'm just going to smash them down. I'm going to see if it is humanly possible with one. Because once I read that, I was like, you can't do that. There's no way you can do it.
Right.
So I think I got 7.
Okay.
And I still, and when they cook, man, they were like
teeny tiny.
They were the smallest damn things I've ever seen in my life because I just wanted to do it. I did them in a pan on the oven on the stove, but I could not believe that there is any way in hell that they got 10 patties out of that.
I don't know.
I was stretching it to get 7.
Right.
I mean, it was like, wow, I did it. I got 7. How the hell did they get 3 more? What's your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
I'd say burgers and cast iron's pretty good too.
Agreed.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Erica. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So my go-to dish is white chicken chili.
White chicken chili. What does that mean exactly?
Catalini beans.
All right.
Instead of, like, traditional, and then the chicken thighs cooked in the crock pot overnight with taco seasoning, and then sweet corn, diced potatoes, cheddar cheese, cream of chicken, sautéed onion and garlic, bell peppers, and
Sounds
just set it in the crock pot, and it's amazing.
Sounds great.
What is your main juice in your chili?
So between the juice from the chicken breast, because you just season it and toss it in there and let it just weep while it cooks, and the cheese melting and the cream of chicken, it turns out perfect.
Okay. You say chicken breasts or chicken thighs?
Chicken. Well, you can do either. I do chicken thighs because they tend to hold the flavor better.
Okay. Yeah. And now, will you be making the Sunday?
Oh, yeah. It was demanded.
It was demanded.
Nice.
Okay.
It was demanded.
How many times a year? So there's Super Bowl Sunday. Like how many more times a year? Just as a fact, other people are going to demand that you make this.
At least once a month.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We help take care of my husband's aunt and uncle, and they love it. And it's easy for them to eat. They're older.
Does your crock pot lid lock down?
It used to.
Well, as I'm saying, you're going to transport a crock pot, man. You're flirting with disaster right there with a whole pot of chili in there.
I put it in individual containers and freeze it so that people can take it and store it and then use it for lunches or whatever.
So with this, I'm going to guess this shows up on what, July 4th?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Would you do this for Thanksgiving? Like people are very traditional on Thanksgiving. But would you still put... No? I'm telling you, man, that's the time to break it out.
Also sounds like something that you could put in your crescent roll idea.
There's some of them,
just
for
like
sure.
Just spoon it in there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and just kind of make a little liquid. Make a little chicken.
There is a lot of liquid,
chili
but
pocket.
if you drain it enough, right, and just you got the beans and the chicken for the most part. There will be some moisture, but overall, like I said, man, whatever protein or savory thing you like, put it in the freaking crescent roll. And look, I don't care if you're vegetarian, right? And I want an Impossible Burger. Great. Take whatever that is about the Impossible Burger, put that bitch into the crescent roll. I don't know what it is. Again, thank you, Ted, for bringing that up.
My first thought on that was to do a thicker chili and then put cheddar cheese on top. So not a bad call. Not more of a watery, but more of a like more of a thick chili.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
it's like Sloppy Joe style, basically.
Right, exactly.
Sloppy Joe and a crescent.
Yeah.
Somehow that makes it, less
Sloppy Joe. What's your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Roberto. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Hey, this is Roberto the Juggler. How you guys doing?
Oh, right on, man.
How are you, man?
Doing good. Just got back from doing a couple of halftimes. Did the Pacers game this last week, and back home for the Super Bowl. Woo.
Nice. You know what's funny, Roberto? My brother last night saw Red Panda. She was at halftime in the Maryland game.
Yes, Red Panda. She's been around forever. And, I was on the Scott Van Pelt show, and he said, we all know Red Panda, but check out Roberto, man. Where has this guy been? And so that was pretty cool. A little shout-out from Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah.
Did your phone start ringing after that? I mean, were other, arenas interested in you?
Oh, totally. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that worked out well, and I've been as busy as I want to be.
Awesome. That's a hell of a way to make money, man.
And what would be the ultimate? What would be the ultimate for you? And you can't really say Super Bowl because the Super Bowl's committed to putting over what frickin' musical act, the flavor of the year that year. So that's kind of out. But does anyone? I mean, I don't know. Even during the World Series, the seventh inning stretch, do they ever have someone go out and entertain or perform?
I've never done. I mean, I've done a couple of finals games for the NBA. Down in San Antonio. I've done Houston for the finals. But yeah, the Super Bowl would be cool, and I'd be all about the wardrobe malfunctions all juggling naked. I'd be like a chip and juggler, two balls in a club. But anyways,
but you're on that unicycle, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm on a unicycle and doing other stunts as well.
Hey, Roberto, coming up in headlines about 5:50. Mike Hawk's got a story you're gonna love.
Yeah.
About a guy on a unicycle
I heard,
in Colorado.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm going to be listening and seeing what's going on.
Did you can you juggle fire?
Oh yeah, I juggle fire. I juggle chainsaws. I juggle tasers. I do that. I rubber band on. I do a little bit of everything. So I do some dangerous stuff, but it's all based on comedy.
Which one concerns you the most? I'm thinking fire, tasers, and chainsaws. My personal opinion, chainsaws would concern me the most.
Yeah, chainsaws are pretty difficult because they're heavy, and it's hard to kind of flip them and get that full flip on them. But I've never had an issue with the chainsaws, but I have tased myself during a show.
What if the chainsaw fell out of your hand, right, and just was still running and went right into the hardwood floor, man? And just,
well, I don't do that for my halftime show just for that reason. They're pretty like, hey, they want to make sure that their court's going to be in good condition.
Yeah.
And so I do not do that routine for my halftime show. But I do other things. I do corporate events, and I do fairs and festivals and things like that. So I'll break out the chainsaws on occasion.
And you got a handler that throws that crap up to you, right?
No, I'm all self.
Wow.
It's a one man show. I do it
nice.
all.
Damn, I'm more impressed that you can get up there with 3 chainsaws.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only doing one.
Okay,
that's one is plenty. And like I said, the hard thing about those is they're heavy, and so you got to really swing them to get the full flip on them. And so I got to worry about it catching on my leg as I'm flipping it down past my body to make it up.
Ooh,
just because of the pure weight on them.
Man, you would go viral if that happened.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's one way to get your name out there. Almost chopped his leg off.
Idea.
Yeah,
I'll think about that.
What's your go-to dish?
The gal who just called up, she's got a white chicken chili soup, and I do the same thing, but I blacken the chicken.
Ooh.
And so it's seared in, and I season it up with cumin and coriander and all that, and then in the soup I add green chilies, and I add some black beans and some Great Northern beans and some corn and all kinds of stuff. But it's a blackened chicken, green chili chicken, and it's phenomenal.
I wonder why you don't see that in the menu as much. With
what do you mean?
We've had 2 people call and 2 people make the green or the white chili.
Yeah.
So when you go to a restaurant, like if you go to a Mexican restaurant,
it's always a red chili.
Yes, you never see. Sometimes
you're right. And the last time I had white chicken chili was watching the Seahawks.
Tortilla soup.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, or tortilla soup. You don't ever see a white or a green chili chicken soup at Mexican restaurants. It's always a tortilla soup or something like that.
Yeah.
But with that said, like if I'm not like at say Mike's Chili Parlor, like if you're not a chili place, I don't think I've ever ordered chili like
just chili.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe on the side or something like that, but not even as an appetizer.
Chili dog, chili burger.
Sure.
Yeah, I grew up in Ballard my whole life, and Mike's Chili, man, they're awesome. You know, I love the whole story about Mike's, how they kept their building, and they built everything around it, but they would not sell. And so if you notice when you go to Mike's Chili, there's all these high rises all around it, but they said nope. We're not selling. And
that was also that old lady who passed away on the backside of that building. She wouldn't sell her house anyway. So they kind of made that into their own little like up house. So sometimes you'll be walking by there and they'll have a bunch of balloons going up in it.
Yeah. Another thing I'm making for Super Bowl is I got a red pepper that I put crab meat and rice and cheese and Greek olives, a little lemon juice, and I put that in stuff it in a red pepper and top it with some cheese, and then I steam those up.
That sounds tremendous.
All right,
that does sound good.
Roberto, let me ask you this. Are you confident enough in your juggling that you would juggle some of your food after you've cooked it?
Totally.
All right.
I've done gigs where I've juggled food and oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't really. I mean, I guess I can juggle some red peppers or say, oh yeah, I've juggled food. I've juggled some. I was at a fair once and they asked if I could juggle some giant turkey legs. I'm like, yeah, let me change out my costumes because I know this is going to get messy. And but yeah, so I juggled some giant turkey legs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, who can't say the same?
Yep, you're right.
He who has not juggled giant turkey legs, raise your hand now.
Mike, did you think that with your headlines coming up that you would actually talk to someone on a unicycle who juggles with that story?
No, I did not.
It's kind of a weird coincidence.
We're bringing the world together.
It was almost like a calling there.
Right.
By the way, Savage Amy wants to let everyone know that Taco Time does have a white chicken chili.
Do they? And I've had it. It's delicious. I lied.
We just had the conversation.
I know. I'm completely full of S. The last time I was at Taco Time,
you
just ordered the chili.
I got a side of chili, a little cup of
If
chili.
it's not a chili place, I can't imagine even getting chili.
They're soft chicken.
And you can't find. Oh, you know what? You can find white chili, and I did order it.
Their chicken soft taco is one of my favorite things, man. In a fast food place, it's like a little mini burrito. God, you only need one of them. So good.
Do you think some of those white chilies would be good on a chili dog? Like typically when you say chili dog, we picture the red chili, right?
Mm-hmm. Not in my world, man.
Maybe not with the beans.
It just gets sacrilege because you're putting chicken on top of a hot dog.
Well, you're putting ground beef on top of a hot dog.
Yeah, but if you get a beef hot dog, see, it's in the same family.
What if it's a pork hot dog?
Yeah, you get away with it.
Yeah.
Our question, what is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Get your
Make it easy.
I know people who throw hot dogs and hamburgers on the grill, which doesn't seem like something that most people in this country could do, in the middle of February.
Sure.
But we can in the Pacific Northwest.
Last year, Mike came over with us and had ribs and what'd you have? Pulled pork?
Ooh, that's solid. Yeah, barbecue's good. Barbecue.
And he homemade a sauce.
What if I came over with a salad?
It's fine. Just don't put it on the table with the main stuff.
Okay, all right.
I hope you eat salad the rest of the week.
I just feel like it's more guy food, so to speak.
Oh, you mean a Super Bowl?
Yes. I mean, whatever form that is. It's just more hands food you eat with your hands instead of utensils.
I'll be honest with you. Like you need greens and salads, but Super Bowl Sunday, I don't know that
it's a cheat day, man.
I don't know that really belongs.
No, you're supposed to eat like crap.
And you don't want to be that guy. And I've seen it done before, and they were like, well, it's really good. It's like, dude, I'm sure I like salads, but like, not today.
It's just not the day for it.
Outside of Thanksgiving,
I don't even eat salad, but I don't care if it exists. But on Super Bowl Sunday, like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? This isn't right.
Well, outside of Thanksgiving, typically if you go get wings, you get an order of 8 or whatever, and you eat the whole order of wings. But you don't have like 10 other things that you can graze on. So the most full I ever am, Thanksgiving's number one for sure, because I eat all day. I get like 2 or 3 plates as the day goes on. And then Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday's a big one.
More so than any other holiday, that's the favorite.
Well, also, too, is like I've been to parties where it's a pretty big group of people, but you're right. Everybody brings something. So once the game's over, then it's like, I guess we keep eating.
Yeah. Deviled eggs, never a problem with that.
Nope. Deviled eggs are more than welcome.
All the good stuff. Ted's Meat Potatoes coming up and going to the Super Bowl at 4:30. And today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We spin the category wheel. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Got a new biggest dummy last week. That would be Ray, who took 7 questions to get one right. And as what we do when we play Big Dummy, we like to do a little men's room poll. The last time we played the game, we asked you if you could pick one. What would you pick if you got caught having sex with one of these objects? Mm-hmm. And the reason for that was there was a guy that was busted by multiple people having sex with a Roomba vacuum cleaner.
Yep. Well, he was caught by multiple people because he was doing it in people's front yards.
That is correct, yes. But we found some other people who had like to have sex with all kinds of objects, you name it. People have tried to have sex with everything.
If it exists, someone has tried to have sex with it, I'm convinced.
Under the sun. I mean, everything from couches to chairs to other things. But these are actual items that people have attempted
Dinghies, pool noodles. I just remember these from the news. Thinking back.
Yep. The jet in a hot tub.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So coming in fourth place, a guy was actually caught having sex with a hole in a picnic table. So much so that the neighbor ended up videotaping him doing it 3 separate occasions. Mm-hmm. He had over 4 hours of footage of this guy making love to a picnic table before he turned that into police.
Which means someone at the police had to sit there and watch 4 hours of a guy effing a picnic table.
If 1 hour and one time wasn't enough, he recorded it 3 more times just to make sure. So obviously, it piqued his interest in some way.
Yeah, he watched it for 4 hours, dude.
1% of you said you would have sex with a picnic table. So that came in fourth. In third place, and this is an actual thing, 3% picked a car. And there's an actual name for this. And there's a guy that had sex, he said, with over 80 separate automobiles. And at one point, he also had sex with a helicopter.
Yes, and he gave each automobile a name, and brother had no shame. He was very open about sharing it.
Based on the idea from the poll.
I believe the exhaust pipe, right?
I guess.
I mean, if I said, Miles, have sex with that car, we kill you. I mean, I'm just going exhaust pipe.
That's low to the ground.
I don't know.
Depends on what kind of seat you have.
Oh, you're going inside? I just assumed that this guy, when you say you have sex with the car, and I don't know, I assume you're on the exterior of the car, but you're right. There's probably more goodies on the inside.
I just hope it's not the gas tank. Mm-hmm. Roomba vacuum cleaner came in second at 8%. Overall, you said 88% if you could have sex with one of the items that we gave you to select. Apple pie.
That's America, baby.
Came in first place. Okay. Now, on to the Super Bowl we go for this week's men's room poll. As we know, with the head chef coming up, we're going to get into the world of food. Unfortunately, you are going to the saddest Super Bowl party on earth, as far as the food is concerned.
Right.
Not the game. And as you said, Steve, it's more about the game than anything else. But you're going to be able to eat only one of these items. And we picked some really good ones. Your first choice is the traditional Jell-O mold that includes the fruit on the inside.
Is that is it like orange slices, marshmallows, and...
It's a very Midwestern
pretzels
thing.
or something in there. Like, I've seen
you can
it.
do whatever you want with the Jell-O mold.
That one's good.
That's the what? Ambrosia?
The Jell-O mold is like Miles is saying, it's like round.
Yeah.
And there's stuff inside of it.
Yeah.
Is that one with like the
marshmallows and pretzels and all that?
The pretzels, like that's good.
You put that like in a round cake pan, you know, kind of just like a donut looking thing. So Jell-O mold, you're gonna eat Jell-O all day during the Super Bowl. Your second choice, an obvious fan favorite, that would be the tuna casserole. Endless tuna casseroles all day, Sunday. That's all on you. Tuna casserole comprised of oftentimes egg noodles, also peas, a can, I believe, of cream of mushroom soup might go in there.
I believe it's cream of mushroom. I don't know why people add peas, just to make it worse.
And a can of tuna. So that's If you liked it growing up, you liked it. The nights when I came home, I could smell it when I opened the door, and I thought, oh, God, no. It's tuna casserole night. This is absolutely awful.
We had it almost every Friday.
Really? Oh, 'cause no meat?
Yeah, and it was always like with egg noodles.
Yeah. And believe it or not, like
Miles is bitching about that in the hall. To nothing waste egg noodles.
Egg noodles are
are
great.
for good. Why would you do that?
The thing is, like, I get it now, but I feel like I was an annoying kid.
Yeah.
So the cream of mushroom soup really threw me off. Now, I'm sure you couldn't taste the mushrooms, but I remember I'd pick out each little speck.
Yeah, I mean, it's what kids and people like myself do.
growing up in West Virginia, kind of landlocked there as far as seafood options are concerned.
Sure.
We did not get fresh fish.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go out and catch like a little trout, try to eat that damn thing, but they were farmed to taste like dog food. Yes, you could eat catfish, but for the most part, we really never had a lot of fish growing up unless we went to the beach, to Ocean City, Maryland, and we were able to eat crab and everything else. So that was my mom's excuse to get fish into our diet.
What, tuna fish?
The tuna
casserole.
casserole.
The tuna casserole.
The tuna casserole.
How about just regular tuna salad? I'll just make a sandwich.
That would have been better.
Yes.
In my mind.
Which is weird because we ate tuna sandwiches.
I would too.
But I'm with Miles. Like,
don't
at
make
night,
it hot.
It was tuna casserole.
Well, it seemed to me like my mom needed 2% a dinner, and a tuna fish sandwich back then was something that you would more likely have for lunch.
You're not wrong. I would just say, certainly as an adult now, but even as a kid, if a sandwich was for dinner, I'm perfectly okay with it. And I know as a parent, you want to do better and all that. Don't.
So you just
Give
dig
the
in.
kids something
I'm
to
with
like.
you. I'm 45. I can eat a turkey sandwich for dinner.
I am fine with that. By the way, Hank Hillmatic here from YouTube talking about Jell-O molds. It says, my grandmother, apparently, in the 1960s and 70s, would make lime Jell-O molds with celery, cottage cheese, and carrots. Dude, that sounds so bad. Lime Jell-O with celery and carrots.
I'm telling you, man, that's a Midwest thing to do.
The lime jello was the first thing you point out there. I love lime jello.
No, what I'm saying is you take lime Jell-O, you go, okay, add vodka, you get a shot.
Yeah,
Give it to a kid, but you added celery and carrots and cottage cheese.
Your third option. This is a cult classic. People either love them or they hate them. Vienna sausages. Mow on them all day long during the Super Bowl.
You can't mow on a meat that dissolves in your mouth. I also want to add no meat should dissolve in your mouth.
And maybe the worst of them all, because we tasted a lot of these a few years back on a challenge as far as just canned meat product. That would be plain old ham spread. If you don't know what ham spread is, it's basically just finely chopped ham. And it's got some kind of sauce.
It's supposed to be ham, red onion, mayo, and relish.
But it doesn't necessarily taste like, it sounds like basic ingredients. But when you eat it, if your eyes were closed, you would not be able to identify any one of those.
I'm going to pick ham spread.
You're taking ham spread.
My mom made it, like, after Easter. She was, like, famous for it.
But she homemade it, right?
She did. She had, like, one of those old school meat grinders that you put on your table.
Yeah.
And she would just take all the leftover meat off the ham and then make this ham salad. And I mean, like, my grandfather would drive over to pick it up.
I love chicken salad. I love tuna salad. I love any kind of pasta or potato salad.
Sure.
For the most part. I don't know what it is about ham spread or ham salad that I just don't like.
I don't mind.
I've had salmon salad, not
what
bad.
Ted says,
shrimp salad,
I would be down with because it's homemade. I don't know what it is. The stuff out of the can, to me, like when you smell it, it smells like dog food. Right? I don't know what they do different in the can. Like, guys, it's just ham and some vegetables. What happens in the can? Smells like.
I think I'm taking Jell-O mold. Out of these four horrible options,
I'm either going. I think I'm going ham spread, or maybe tuna casserole.
I can tell you this:
Jell-O mold sounds gross, and Vienna sausages make you want to.
But the other thing with the Jell-O mold is I don't necessarily know what's going to be in the Jell-O. Like tuna casserole,
Correct.
you know what it is. It just sucks, right? Vienna sausages, I'm not entirely sure what they are, but they're revolting. Yeah.
Well, I know this. In 21 years we've been in Seattle, the only time that I've ever had Jell-O is in a Jell-O shot.
Yes.
I've never.
Shenanigans continue. This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up on Drink and Toast in the Weekend with a shot of the day that is Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
And it's a Super Bowl matchup inspired Bad Choice Friday representing the New England Patriots from Boston, Massachusetts. Extreme. The words taking on representing your Seattle Seahawks, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
My party's on Broadway.
Vote now on Bad Choice Friday. If you follow us on X, add Men's Room Live, one of those two tunes coming up right after we drink a toast with the shot of the day. Our question, what is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Cody. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. So, Cody, what's your go-to dish?
I make my own deep fried chicken sandwiches.
All right.
All right, you are now speaking to the right people.
Do you have a deep fryer?
No, so I actually deep fried in peanut oil in a skillet.
All right,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Enough deep fryer, use the skillet. And what is the secret to your fried chicken? Are you one of these buttermilk cats? You add a little fish sauce or what?
Well, actually, before the buttermilk, I do use that, but I soak it for a day in pickle juice.
Oh, all right. Kind of like
I've heard.
Chick-fil-A.
I'm just anti-pickle, but I've heard that, and I'm sure I've had chicken that was soaked in pickle
Now, do
juice. I love it.
you do you buy cutlets? Do you pound breasts? What do you do?
So I cut breast. I cut them in half, I send them out, then I cut those in half because by the time that I double bread it and then put it in breadcrumbs, it's like teeny tiny mouths. It's too thick. If
Okay.
you do like a full thick breast.
How do you double bread it? What's the process there?
So pretty much it's the to get an extra crunchy one, you want to do 1 and 1 from like flour to cornstarch. So you put it in the buttermilk, then you put it in the flour and cornstarch mix, then put it back in the milk, and then re-put it in the flour and cornstarch, and then you fry it.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Other than that, it's either on King Hawaiian rolls or pretzel buns.
Are you making that for Sunday?
Most likely, yes.
Okay.
Where? Just out of curiosity, where do you live?
Did Mike tell you? Because I told him I live in Massachusetts.
No, I'm just asking as you're describing a delicious sandwich. I didn't realize you were calling from Massachusetts. I was like, I might pop by.
Why don't you make lobster rolls?
I'm not good at making lobster rolls. I'll be honest. I know my round. It's either deep fried chicken sandwiches or deep fried popcorn shrimp.
Okay, but to be honest, all right. So even you live in Massachusetts, everyone hears about lobster rolls. You go, fine. Is that something that the average person in Massachusetts can make, or no?
No.
I didn't think so.
Everyone wants to go to a place that has it. It's almost like when people go see you guys, everyone wants to go see the Space Needle.
Yeah.
It's just like we're just so numb to it.
Right, yeah.
Well,
I got
okay.
you.
Which version do you like? Do you like the Rhode Island version? Do you like the Massachusetts version, the Maine version? Because some have a cream sauce. Maine. Okay, and what's
some
their
is
style?
like mayonnaise, some are just butter.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I would say
extra butter, not mayonnaise.
Yeah, I have a bet with my cousins that own Neptunes out on Cape Cod. So if the Hawks win, I got to send them some salmon. And then if the Hawks win, they got to send me some stuffies, stuffed clams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a deal.
Stuffed
that
clam.
does sound good.
Are they what kind of clam?
It's like
Cherry stone?
Yeah, like whatever the giant clam, like the shell you think of.
Yeah.
I think it's cherry stone.
Right. So I had never had them, and I've been there the last 2 summers, and my one cousin said something about stuffies. I'm like, what the hell's a stuffy? They're like, you never had a stuffy? We had them the next night. They're awesome.
What are they stuffed with? I mean, is it like breadcrumbs or the stuff with
Is
other
it spinach
meats?
like a Rockefeller or a casino style?
Man, I gotta look it up.
Rockefeller's the one with the spinach, right?
Yeah,
That's what irritates
I'll tell you,
me.
sometimes, man, just butter and garlic is the way to go. Just
Yeah.
for the standard, tried and true.
Like Lamb's Casino,
Acme
man.
in New Orleans.
I think Lamb's Casino. I mean, look, man, it's what? Parmesan, a little piece of bacon, butter. That's it.
Yeah.
It is one of the best meals ever.
Yeah, and man, if you find any place that does char-broiled oysters,
yes,
where they cook them from the top, that is it. There's no heat from the bottom. Just flame broil those things. They are absolutely. I mean, you could just eat dozens of those easily.
You know what? It's a quahog.
Quahog, okay.
Quahog, all right.
Yeah.
What is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Right, you chop up the clam. They're steamed. You chop them, mix them with like breadcrumbs, garlic, all that kind of stuff. Some Portuguese sausage, because there's a lot of Portuguese up there. And then you're right, you just kind of broil them.
Okay. That sounds fantastic.
I'll bring them in.
Hello, Lefty. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello?
Hello, Lefty.
No, no Lefty.
He's there.
Put it back out hole. We'll get to him. Hello, Jen. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, de chavales.
Hola. So what's your go-to
Really
dish,
excited
Jen?
to see you guys next week. I make a really mean chicken parmesan.
Okay. Oh, all right. I'm a huge fan of chicken parm. Is there any particular secret to how you do it, or what?
Well, I have a lot of food intolerances, so I do it with a cornflake instead of like the traditional breading.
I think that's better.
It is so much better. Like, if I go to a restaurant before I found out I had my food intolerances and I'd order the chicken parm, I'd get it and I'd be like, God dang it, I can make this way better at home.
Do you make your own sauce?
No, I just buy the Victoria marinara sauce.
Yep.
That's my go-to, is Victoria. And then, I season the chicken. I'll like marinate it in butter and some like Italian herbs overnight, and then the next day I will I'll crush up the cornflakes so they're like a breading size, and I'll mix more like pepper and salt and maybe basil or whatever to the breading, and then I bread my chicken that way, and then I stuff it with whatever cheese I happen to have on hand. I try and get mozzarella. But I'll do it with cheddar, and everybody who's had my chicken parm, they're like, "Oh my God, this is so good! Can you make it again?" So I have to make it in moderation because I will eat the crap out of that.
Well, now, you said you're going to see us next week. Is that true? What, Live Day?
Yeah, Live Day.
Yeah, you should bring some chicken parm. I'm just throwing it out there.
Hey, I'll tell you this too. As far as jarred sauce goes, that Rao brand, RAO,
really good.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's pretty good if you haven't tried that.
What are some of your other food intolerances? Like, what can you not eat as a result?
I mean, so I was a vegetarian for 9 years, and I'm pretty sure my body just was mad at me for being a vegetarian because I'm intolerant of everything that I lived off of as a vegetarian.
So what did you miss most when you were in the vegetarian diet?
When I was vegetarian, it was bacon and chicken because chicken can be cooked so many different ways. And I love any like Asian style chicken, so Chinese style chicken, Thai style chicken. So it was really hard for me to give up chicken and bacon. I eventually got to where I found a really good vegetarian bacon. But once I did my food allergy intolerance test, like I found out I'm intolerant of soy, I'm intolerant of mushrooms, I'm intolerant of almonds, I'm intolerant of cashews.
Aren't those used a lot in like vegetarian dishes as far as like simulating a quote unquote meat product?
Yep.
Okay.
So I am legit intolerant of everything that I lived off of as a vegetarian. So
that kind of worked out.
Intolerant. I don't eat as much as I used to, but my current boyfriend has celiac, and so he keeps me on the straight and narrow because I'm like, oh, I'm only intolerant. I can have this in moderation, and I'll just suffer later. And so, like, would have the bubble guts and all that fun stuff. But then if I eat bread, I get rashes and brain fog, which I also have ADHD. So when the brain fog happens, I am just like a zombie trying to figure out how to function.
You guys sound like quite the pair.
You two are a mess.
What does he have to avoid with celiac?
He has to avoid all gluten in general, and so I have to avoid gluten as well, but I also have to avoid grain. So I can't have oats or corn, but he can have oats and corn, but I can't. So there are certain foods that he can have that I can't, and there's actually more food I can't have because I have more intolerances than he does, where he has an allergy to gluten, so he can't have gluten at all, or he's having like serious effects where I'm just intolerant of it, and so.
I know all about intolerance.
Yeah.
What are some of the things
you
that
know
have?
About it.
What are some of the things that have gluten in it that most people would not think have gluten in it?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Like, I have to check all the ingredients to make sure they don't have gluten in it. What was it that I grabbed the other day that I thought was a safe bet, and I ate half of it, and I was like, crap. Because I didn't check the ingredients. I was just like, well, I said the other word, but I can't say it on air.
Well, good.
No, it's just,
Yeah. So, what was it? Oh, it was a candy.
Like a hard candy, a chocolate bar?
That narrows it down.
No, it's in my car. Hold on, let me pull it from my snack bag. It's the Airheads Extremes candy.
Airheads Extreme.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
Okay.
Those things are good.
Don't judge.
I'm not. I'm just asking.
Good.
No, obviously he was judging.
Sounds like you're driving. I was going to tell you get your license first.
So Airhead.
I know how to drive a stick, and I've known how to drive a stick since I was 13.
What separates Airhead Extremes from regular Airheads?
Oh, they're the sour ones that are like the rainbow strips.
Okay.
They're the most sour.
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
Extremes.
Yeah.
Also, it sounded a little bit like you were describing your boyfriend as a horse.
What are you talking about?
You could have oats and corn. And I fathom she's just saying, but like if somebody said, "Do you want to come over and eat oats and corn?"
Like, no.
Like, can I have some of your salt lick too?
I mean, honestly, if the doctor said, "Hey, man, this is really important, Mr. Hill, you can't eat oats and corn," I'd be like, "Okay, that's cool."
No oats.
I mean, corn every once in a while, like corn on the cob in the summer, sure, but oats, like, cool.
I feel like corn could get you though. Like let's say you're at a nice establishment having a Southwestern egg roll. You forget there's corn in there.
Yeah. Right.
What is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Let's say you're at a nice establishment having a Southwestern egg roll.
That's how you know it's high dollar.
The fancy places you go, Ted.
Right. It's a lifestyle, Mike.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
How you doing, boys?
Hola.
My go-to is a 24-hour brisket.
Oh, tell us more.
Yeah, I was saying, keep talking.
So Super Bowl all started at about 3 in the afternoon on Saturday. Smoke it for about 4 or 5 hours to get the bark. Then start spritzing it, and I spritz with apple cider vinegar and a bourbon. And I'll spritz that until around 1 or 2 in the morning every hour.
Do you sip a little bourbon in between the process?
No.
Really?
Well, I might have an old fashioned here and there.
All right. Yeah,
okay. Just tell us you're making use of the bourbon outside of the spritz.
Quality control. You got to make sure it's not going to kill anybody, you know?
Right. About till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, then I'll bump up the heat because I just smoke it about 180 degrees for that first 12 hours or so, and then bump it up a little bit, get it to about 206 is like my magic temperature, I guess you could say. Then I wrap it in paper for the last 4 hours on the smoker, pull it out, wrap it in a towel after that, and put it inside of a cooler for the last 4 hours until I serve. And it's pretty good, pretty darn good.
Sounds really good. Sounds like a hell of a process.
It is. I don't do it often. I did it for Christmas for the family this year. My brother had never had it, and he was like, "Oh God, my little brother knows how to cook."
How many did you ruin before you figured it out?
I watched a lot of YouTube videos. The first one I ruined because the seasoning I used was way too salty.
Yep.
But we just scrape all that off, and then the next day you make brisket tacos, like brisket street tacos, and then the Safeway soup packets, those green packets that you put in like a big pot and add meat to it. We do like a brisket minestrone soup.
Ooh.
There's a lot of extra leftover stuff that you can do with it, which is really nice.
How many times a year do you break this out?
2, maybe 3. I'm doing it for Super Bowl this year.
All right, but let me ask this. If the Hawks were not in the Super Bowl, would you be doing this for the Super Bowl?
No.
Yeah,
no,
that's what I thought.
I'd be going to another party where they have all the food.
Well, much like with the halibut, the cheeks are the money shot.
Yeah.
Do you save the crunchy burnt in pieces for yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
you can't touch that. If I make a brisket, those are mine.
But there's also a way you could make burnt ends without it being specifically those burnt ends.
You can, but it's also important to let people know that might be unfamiliar with the brisket. Let's say, for example, you're dating a girl and you take her to your parents' house, and your father, in this case, say it's mine, has made a brisket, and she does not understand what the burnt ends mean in the brisket world. The way she perceives it is, oh, these pieces are burnt.
Oh, all right.
So knowing that no one else would want them, grab those first and pop those in her mouth.
Do you still know this person?
No, we haven't been together in years and years. My father, man, a few words.
Is he still mad?
Yeah, and like he, like I said, he's always been a super nice guy, always, right? Very fair, very stern, but a nice guy. But this is one of the few times he turns around. He's like, "Did you eat the goddamn burned ends?" She's like, "Oh no, they were burned." So he was like, Jesus Christ, God damn it.
He lost it.
Just read this poor girl was like, I didn't know. I was like, yeah, well, now you do. I was like, look, man, don't eat the burned ends. She's like, but they were burned. I'm like, that's kind of the point.
I mean, my buddy Sal, right? He might be the best barbecuer I know, right? He old school. So for years he made a pulled pork that was unreal. Then he got into briskets. So he's really zoned in on that brisket. But last time I was hanging out with him, he also makes some smoked oysters that are amazing.
Oh.
But he made a bunch of burnt ends. You can kind of chop them and cook them a little bit different or whatever. They were some of the greatest things I ever had in my life.
Yeah,
they are.
Like to the point I was like, just you got to put that pan somewhere else, or like I'm going to.
I think it's one of the best ways to finish a brisket is to make it into those cubes.
Correct.
Put it in the pan and stick it back in and sear it.
Yeah.
I mean,
man, and this sounds very shallow,
like a burnt-in sandwich.
And maybe I'm just shallow, but my family in Texas, they can all cook, they all barbecue, and my aunt passed away in November, I believe it was, or early December, whatever. But I flew down to Houston, and I said, look, the one redeeming thing is there's like 100 of us there, and if it's like every other time I've been to Houston, like the food is going to be spectacular because that's just what the family does. They show up with ribs, they got the brisket, they got things we can't pronounce, things you never heard of, but all of it's delicious, right? So this funeral, my aunt was a very whatever the opposite of modest is. So her funeral went on for a while. There was a lot of pomp and circumstance to the point it was almost comical because, like, if you knew her, you're like, of course, this is what's happening next. But the whole thing was like, look, when we're done, we're going back to the house and we're going to eat. I'm talking to two of my cousins. They're younger than me. They're probably in their 30s, late 20s. They're from California. And we're all like, dude, we're going to kill some briskets, like even more than the ribs. Like, this is just the chatter that's going on. So they had all these buses or shuttles rented for us because everything in Houston is 50 miles away from everything else. But we get back to the place. We can see the quote-unquote help is inside preparing the food. We walk in, and we are ready to meal. It's catered by Olive Garden. Dude, I mean.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, so my mother looked irritated, but she wouldn't say anything because that's her. But even my brother kind of just passed by. My brother's a very nice guy, but he's like, did you know it's being catered by Olive Garden? I was like, no, I didn't know it was being catered by Olive Garden. If I had known that, I'd have had him stop at a barbecue place.
Yeah, you would have gone and got it somewhere else.
Yeah, and look, it was fine. It's very nice of them to do, but I'm like, I got breadsticks and like a meatball, man.
Dude, don't feel it's
we
not
were
shallow.
counting on the barbecue.
Yeah, when my cousin Christina passed away last year, like we always get crabs, right? But my aunt and uncle were like, we're not doing crabs. It's too emotional. So me and a couple of my cousins behind their back went out and got crabs. And
was it too emotional?
Ate them at my sister's house. No, it was probably the most relaxing thing we did. I mean, her brother, my cousin Tom, came over. So I get why my aunt and uncle were like,
sure,
we're not doing that. Christina's not here. And we were like, F that. We still got to go get some.
What's your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Better make it like once a month.
I think I got to go with Ted on this and go ham spread.
Yeah.
Like the Jello mold on her. And
I'll call my mom and get the recipe.
There you go. Like I said, homemade. I go, all right. But somehow out of the can, you're like, what has gone wrong?
Okay, here's one thing I knew it, but I didn't want to predict this, but yes. There is protein in Jello based on the marrow.
Well, yeah.
I mean, but it doesn't seem like it should. This concoction does not seem like it should have anything in it.
It's got collagen. Healthy. It's got protein. I mean, people use Jello for
I understand
a lot of things.
That, but when you look at it, you don't think that it could possibly have anything nutrient in
like
there.
A wiggly thing. I mean, that's all Jello looks like. It's just something that wiggles if you tap it. And you're right. Outside of a Jello shot, and even then, I'm not big on Jello shots. I will do it if you give it to me, but like I just want the booze. Jello, I don't know. Jello is just not a consistency I enjoy in my mouth.
Well, it's kind of like Vaseline or anything like that, where you have a product that's made from basically oil, gasoline,
sure, yeah.
right? And it's cheaper than hell. Mm-hmm. It's not expensive. If you've ever gone to a steakhouse, that serves bone marrow.
Yeah.
Let's say it's
delicious.
It is great. That's the appetizer. It's expensive as hell. Jello's cheap as crap.
But the thing is, when you get that bone marrow soup,
that's what it is.
Because one of the things, we used to do a demi-glace at one of the restaurants we worked in, and and essentially it's bone marrow. But once you put it in the refrigerator, we're like, it's savory Jello. Once you put it in the fridge, it becomes Jello. And it never occurred to me until I was working in restaurants, like, ew, man. The chef's like, yeah, bro, it's just Jello. We just made it savory. But something like Jello that tastes like gravy is very unappealing.
I'm going Jello mold. Mike, where are you going?
I think I got to go tuna casserole on this.
Of course.
God.
You don't even hate it, do you?
No, you know what? I don't know that I've had a tuna casserole, but I'm okay with casseroles, and I got to assume that with tuna, it can't be that bad.
It can be.
Yeah.
And it is. But I think you would like it.
Here's the only way I think that it could be edible. The problem with tuna casserole growing up that I remember distinctly.
It looks great.
Is the fact that it tastes like the metallic can once you cook that tuna.
Sure.
Now, if you took a tuna steak that you bought at a grocery store, threw that bad boy on the grill, grilled it up, tore it up, and put it in the tuna casserole, that would alleviate that metallic
But why
taste.
would you do that?
But to say you
If I
wouldn't
had a
waste it
tuna
on a
steak,
casserole.
I know, I wouldn't
the
waste it
last
in
thing
there.
you're going to do is, and now put it in the casserole.
Exactly.
So what do we got here? Tuna, pasta, usually egg noodles, a creamy sauce, vegetables, peas, baked in a casserole.
Like I said, you'd love it.
Breadcrumbs,
Yeah, I think
crusty
as an
chips.
adult, I would like it more. As a kid, I just couldn't stand the mushroom.
The mushroom isn't one, but I'm with Miles where I feel like I taste the metal of the can, and I don't like that kind of tuna hot.
Okay.
Hell, even if I get a tuna steak, like rare or raw.
Yeah. And also Campbell's they have cream of shrimp. Now, it doesn't have any shrimp in it. It's just the stock and the cream.
Yeah.
As a kid, and it bugs me now. All right, so it's cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, cream of shrimp. Why isn't it like cream and shrimp? Because as a child, I'm like, of.
Because
Right?
then you'd
You're
have to
saying
put it in there.
cream of.
Right.
But to me, if you said cream of Ted, that tells me Ted produces some cream.
Well, I do.
Well, you do, right?
What's the Italian mafia line? I don't know how these shrimp. What was the thing?
You telling me?
Yo, Tone, you telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
Get out of here.
Come on.
Our men's poll, eat only one on Super Bowl Sunday. Jello mold, tuna casserole, Vienna sausages, or ham spread. We'll take a break. Big Dummies coming up next.
Son has a bit of one now.
99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Hey, appreciate all the comments. You guys checking in on our brand new YouTube page we got there, our channel.
Certainly.
If you are looking for us, it's KISW Rock. I want to say we're up to 4,420 subscribers.
Well, look at that.
420. Very cool.
Hey-o.
So thank you for checking us out. We do read those comments on the air. There's a nice little community of people there that are sharing their own stories and everything else. So join us at YouTube at KISW Rock. All right, the game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Justin, are you on team sober or team not sober?
Team sober, Miles. Still working.
All right.
Nothing that stopped me.
Okay, Justin. All right, you can eat only one on Sunday. Our men's room poll. Will it be the Jello mold, the tuna casserole, Vienna sausages, or the ham spread?
Yeah, God, they're all disgusting. I think I'll have to go Vienna sausages. That's the least
really?
Well, awesome.
Oh, see, that might be.
Yeah.
Other than the tuna casserole, that's number.
I don't know, man.
Close second.
I might have to
A
go.
little bite of the Vienna sausage, you throw that back and get it down, but the rest of it, you got to like chew and.
Maybe you could throw them on the grill. I don't know.
I think they would just dissolve.
I'd try it, Miles.
I mean, it's kind of a hot
I'd love
dog.
to try.
I'm a thrill. I think it would just
you probably put condiments on it. A little ketchup, a little mustard, relish,
Brother,
whatever you got.
You can keep lying to yourself. I'm here to let you know nothing is going to make them better. Although I do like your theory of I want food, I don't have to chew. I don't want to have to taste it.
Yeah, the rest of them I'm going to taste too much, and no thanks.
My father used to love Vienna sausages when I was growing up, man. He'd open that can, it's like, 5 thumbs and a jar of Vaseline, whatever, and just house those things.
Mm-hmm. I haven't had to do this in a while. Just a reminder to anybody on Twitter or X. You don't have to say it's gross. It's the point of the effing question.
Yeah, we know.
It's not supposed to be easy. Never is.
But this is what you're going to eat on that day, hypothetically.
Right. Do you prefer the question, was it easier when we asked if there was a family member you'd sleep with?
We'll do that next week.
Yeah.
All right, your question, Justin. This comes from our very own Mike Hawk, who walked into the office and asked us this just to piss us off. So you're familiar with CVS Pharmacy, yeah? What does CVS stand for?
Convenient Vices Store.
It should be.
Oh, God. I don't know. Central Vaccine Suppliers.
And guess that it's a very boring name.
Man, CVS.
See, we all know CVS, but if someone said, okay, what does the CVS stand for? Like,
Collective Value Savings?
Not a bad guess. Consumer Value Store.
Ah!
They haven't picked
Have
up
they
a
been to
prescription
one?
lately. Yeah, exactly.
I know that. The outrage.
The outrage.
It's called a dollar store.
What? MFer?
You sure the V is for value? All right, your question. In 1996, what became the first minivan to be named Motor Trend's Car of the Year? They still make them, right?
Yes. Yes.
I think so, yeah. It's kind of like the original minivan, one of the two original minivans. They're still making this bad boy.
Oh.
Do they not make it anymore?
They do, but it switched brands.
Oh, really? Huh, okay.
What?
With a lot of these car manufacturers, they a lot of different brands kind of go under the same parent
big
companies.
umbrella. Okay.
Like GM, they own GMC, Chevrolet, and all
So they
those.
dropped the original, and now
and they switched. But the thing is that the original still exists.
That's why, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Any guesses?
Let's go with the Ford Aerostar.
Ooh, we had one of those growing up.
I'll say Dodge or Chrysler Caravan.
It is, in fact, the Dodge Caravan.
Dodge Caravan.
Are
And
they
you're right,
Chrysler
Miles. It is the
Caravan now?
Chrysler Grand Caravan right now.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, man. My niece and nephew were little. My brother had one. But minivans are really convenient.
Nobody wants to buy one, and then if you do have kids and you're taking them places, you're like, this is awesome.
They're great for tailgating, too.
Well, sure. Like, you don't want to be seen in one. Maybe tint the windows, but they're very convenient.
Correct.
All right, your question. What is the traditional beverage of Churchill Downs and the Kentucky Derby?
Is that a mint julep?
It is.
There it is.
Nice job, Justin.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
job.
The mint julep.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Yeah. You know that story. Get all dressed up on the weekend.
Yeah.
Go to the casino, order mint juleps. The woman's like, mint juleps? I'm like, yeah. And whatever brand of whiskey or whatever.
Woodford Reserve, I think.
I said, you know what? Woodford. And she goes, okay. And I'm like, you must be serving hundreds of these. And she's like, not really. And when I went to place my bet on the horses, the guy's like, you betting on the Derby? And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, we don't have horse betting here.
Are you kidding?
Oh, no.
Because the track is owned by a tribe. So I think there's only one casino that can have off-track betting. There's other off-track betting places.
So here you are. Like, I'm taking mint julep.
You got to go to Emerald Downs.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think that's a bad call at all. If you go to a racetrack and they're showing the Derby, it's a ton of fun.
Yeah, I believe that.
Because everything leads up to that. They stop everything, and they maybe do one big one before that race, and then they're done.
Yeah.
99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Seahawks sideline reporter Jen Mueller coming up on the program at 4:30 live from the Super Bowl. In the meantime, the question. What is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Lefty. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, bud. How's it going?
Hola.
Happy Positive Friday, boys.
Hell yeah, man.
Sorry I missed you a minute ago. I had to go take a leak. I've been drinking some cold pops, you know, bud. Hey, boy.
All right.
It's all good, man. We got you now.
What part of Canada are you from?
Rainier Beach.
Oh, all right.
South Seattle, boys. No, so we have this party, me and a bunch of my buddies. We hunt and fish, and we have a party every year called Caught and Shot. And you got to bring something you either caught or shot. And this year it fell on Super Bowl Sunday.
Perfect.
And my positive go-to is smoked grouse pot pie.
Smoked grouse pot pie. Wow, man.
All right.
How is it? Is it gamey?
Not at all. It's like it's almost like a Cornish game hen.
As far as the size goes, does it taste the same?
Tastes the same, yeah. It's super delicious. One of the guys is making tuna casserole from tuna we caught out of Westport. Somebody's doing a bear shank that they killed out in Issaquah.
Now, have you tried all of these before as far as the stuff that your buddies are bringing?
Yep.
All right. And who has
It's all
the
delicious.
best?
The best might be the bear.
Okay. The bear shank.
What happens if somebody doesn't have any caught or shot food?
Well, then they're not allowed to come.
All right.
Okay, that's fair.
Does anyone ever bring elk burgers?
Somebody brought an elk shank once, yeah, and it was delicious.
Has anyone brought anything terrible?
No, actually not.
No, I figure if you're going to go out and get it, you probably know how to cook it.
Exactly, and we're all pretty seasoned at cooking, so we all kind of try our best, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, listen, that goes a long way.
Most hunters I know are actually really good cooks of meat.
You should be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's not like
Because you're going to have a
chicken.
whole damn
You gotta
freezer for it,
respect
so you better figure out how to make it eventually.
Yeah.
Damn.
I like the idea of the caught or shot party, though.
I do
If you
too,
have
but
a
I don't
group
have
of fishermen or hunters,
I don't have anything in my freezer that I've shot or caught.
Well, you didn't catch the rooster, but you kind of.
Oh, I mean, I killed it.
Yeah, you killed it.
I think that qualifies.
Quelled it.
Called it.
You caught it, though.
Did you chase
You
it
ran
around?
up and you grabbed it before.
I mean, I grabbed him out of his the little rooster house.
Wait, so he wasn't like
you grabbed
running?
him out of a pen?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like Rocky, who's physically chasing a chicken.
Well, you can't take him out during the day because the hens will get all thrown off. So you got to do it at nighttime and basically just
But explain this to me. What I don't know a lot about my chicken farming here.
Yeah, so did you choke that chicken?
Miles.
But wait, if you pulled the rooster out during the day, it throws off the chickens because why?
Because they more see it and know kind of what's going on, so they wouldn't go and hook up with the other rooster then. Because but if you take them out at night, they don't really know what's going on. They're all kind of confused. And the next day, there's only one rooster. And I think it took them like 2 days to start hooking up with him.
Right, the one that he took out was the Mac Daddy. There's a brand new one. There's the new hotness that's over there, but you still got the old salt. This is the guy over here. So you need to kind of quietly take him out so it doesn't disturb them.
Like it'll hump. Like basically, they were like, you can't do it during the day.
You're saying it leaves like a mental scar on the chickens.
Yes. Correct.
I see.
So I went into
would
his,
not have known that.
I went into his coop at night. I grabbed him the first time. I tried to, didn't grab one enough, and my buddy's wife was like, "You need to grab." So I grabbed him, tucked him like a football, hold his little legs,
and you snuff the rooster.
Yeah, the only creepy part is walking him about 100 feet to go to the cone we had affixed to the tree.
Yeah,
then you dump him in, stretch his neck out.
And did you eat this thing?
I did not eat it that night, but we butchered him, and then he was later made into a soup.
Oh,
that wasn't.
I didn't have the soup.
Oh,
I just
You just
That's not your
I was
job.
there to do a job.
Pet Solutions. Might be your first real pet solution job that you've actually done instead of one of your hired employees.
Yeah, exactly.
What is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
I'm still amazed how thrown off people are. They're like, I could never do that. And it's like, you eat chicken?
You eat chicken all the time.
Or I talked to a girl, she was like, I hunt, but I couldn't do that. I was like, what's the difference?
You hunt, but you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were also oddly excited to do it. You came in here, you were jazzed to let me know. Mike, this weekend. Ask me what I'm doing this weekend.
Killing a chicken.
I'm going to murder an effing chicken.
I was a little excited.
Yeah, you make it weird.
Yeah, what did you do?
It's been a minute since we've been out in the
What'd you
field.
do this weekend? Huh?
Slept.
What is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
I gotta go shoot. I gotta go hunting.
Hello, Evan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
So hopefully my wife is listening, watching, whatever. But actually, my go-to is the mac and cheese that bagged me her.
Your wife?
Yeah. Yeah, she says that's the reason she married me.
For your mac and cheese skills.
Was that like, did you make that for her on a date?
Yeah, at one point. And it's kind of been my go-to. I never make it the same every time. It's always different cheeses, different noodles, whatever.
What's been your best combo so far, as far as cheeses and noodles?
Usually it's like that, the Borson cheese you can get it at Costco, you know?
Yep.
Some Manchego, Parmesan, and Asiago.
Ooh.
Kind of a bunch of different cheeses. I can email you guys, but I actually have a now defunct food blog that I tried writing where I put down my manifesto on mac and cheese.
The manifesto on mac and cheese. All right.
You know the kids won't like it. No matter what you do, kids won't like it.
Correct.
Just understand that. Anybody under 8 years old is not going to like that mac and cheese.
Nope.
That's not how it works.
Unless you just make it orange.
What is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Casey. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
Yeah, I got a Greek pasta salad that it's been a big hit everywhere I make it.
Okay.
Ooh,
now, let me
all
ask you, I'm a pasta salad fan, but I hate vegetables. So other than olives, what other vegetables are you maybe floating around in your Greek pasta salad?
So, yeah, it's basically the noodles, and then there's, like, Greek dressing, which is kind of like an Italian dressing with, like, feta cheese in it, I think.
It's like an Italian dressing with hair in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but it's kind of weird because I never had a pasta salad with grapes in it. You cut the grapes in half, and you get that sweet right away, followed by the savory from the pepperoni and salami in there, the olives, sometimes I dice up bell pepper a little bit in there, and definitely add more feta cheese. But it's always a hit. It's got sweet, savory, and all that good stuff.
That sounds great. Right. That really does sound good.
The grapes throw me off a little bit, but I follow what you're saying. I would definitely give it a try.
It's got cherry tomatoes in it, the olives, but it's always a hit. Everyone loves it, and it can fill your belly and not make you feel like you ate too many fried wings and jalapeno poppers. Sometimes,
are you breaking it out this Sunday?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Okay, again, same question. If the Hawks were not in the Super Bowl, would you be making it for Sunday?
Yes. Shout out to Ryan Hattrip. We have a Super Bowl party at the house every year, and we make that, and it's always a blast, whether or not we made it or not.
What else you guys having?
Oh God, we're doing pulled pork sandwiches, 7-layer dip, smoked wings that are fried afterward.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. And then everyone else is bringing tons of other things. So
that sounds
quite
awesome.
the lineup.
Yeah, it really is.
Ridiculous lineup. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what the Super Bowl's for, man.
Dude, I was telling you, those guys I know down there on Airport Way, right? AJ's bar. They just took it over. They do the same thing. They smoke the wings and then they fry them real quick. They are delicious.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that. I've had smoked wings, but I've never had them double.
Dude, yeah, do it. Seriously, I mean, it's that good. And pretty much if you smoke anything, I'm going to like it.
Right, because Miles is right. Smoked wings are great on their own.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Yeah. And grilled wings are good, too. I've just never done two processes with that in mind.
Right.
What is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Yeah, stop being lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
God, Miles. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So I'm really good at making hamburgers, but one in particular is my Gorgonzola hamburger.
Oh, listen up, Ted.
So what I like to do is from bottom bun up, I go a light spread of fig jam, your patty to taste, then the Gorgonzola cheese with grilled. I prefer wall-to-wall and sweet onions, but red onions work as well. And then some baby arugula. And I like to put the Gorgonzola cheese on top with the fig spread on the bottom, so you get that flavor at the same time when you're biting into it every time.
Understood, yeah. I like your methodology. Now, it sounds like you kind of settled on that as your go-to burger. Have you done other burgers with different mixtures that you just didn't like as much?
Yeah, I tried a burrito burger that didn't turn out so well.
What goes into a burrito burger?
It was some refried beans, some black beans, and cheese with guacamole and sour cream.
Doesn't sound bad. It just didn't quite hit.
No, I have to work on that one. Sometimes I just think of weird things to make with their hamburger. Like another one I liked was I called it the nacho cheeseburger.
Which is what, just a cheeseburger with
Don't
nacho
pick that
cheese?
up. That's nacho cheeseburger.
Yeah.
It was nachos. I put some corn tortillas with nacho cheese, pico de gallo, and some jalapenos.
You ever do just like a traditional butter burger or the one with the cheese in it?
Yep.
Okay.
The little kids like that the most. So
yes,
I
they
always
do.
Make that
Right.
for them.
So Ted, so the butter burger, is that Wisconsin or is that Minnesota?
I don't know that one.
That's where they just basically put a tab of butter in the middle on the inside of the patty.
Yeah.
And then I think Wisconsin must be the other one.
Well, Minneapolis is famous for that Juicy Lucy burger.
Juicy Lucy is the one that has cheese or butter?
Cheese in the middle.
Okay.
Okay. And so what you're saying with the butter, they stick it between patties? Or
Well, yeah, you just you kind of put the
Fold
butter
it in
right,
and-
exactly, and then smash it, and then there's
right.
butter on the inside. But man,
I mean, I know it's a Midwest thing. I have never had it, and I don't think I've been to that state.
Yeah, someplace around here has one. I just can't remember who. What is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Daniel. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
So I'm going to go the Christmas route on this one. So I'm going to say it, and it's a misnomer. Just hear me out. So it's called the Schnecken. Schnecken is German for snails, but they're not snails. It's actually these yeast caramel pecan cinnamon rolls.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's gotten to the point where, so my Christmas tradition was we would normally have Christmas morning at the grandparents', be there all day and everything. Then we started doing our own thing when our kids started to get a little bit older. Then we go over there for brunch and then Christmas dinner. So then we'd have I'd make these rolls. And once I discovered them, once we started doing our own thing in the morning, and then whatever was left over, I would bring them to the brunch with the in-laws. And it got to the point now when we start thinking and start talking about, Christmas plans throughout the years, every single time when we start talking about, oh, hey, what time are we coming over? They say, you're bringing those cinnamon rolls, right? And I said, yes, I'm bringing the cinnamon rolls. And it's like, and it's just Christmas. My kids would consider it sacrilegious if I made it any other time of year.
You really, if they like them that much, do you really think they'd protest if you broke them out, I don't know, Labor Day weekend or something?
Yeah, I offered it, I think, for my daughter's birthday, a couple of years ago, and she's just like, no, that's just for Christmas.
Oh, really?
All right, I'm not going to argue.
Look,
What's that?
it's kind of crazy, but I have a buddy, too. His mom makes these unreal cinnamon rolls, but I think it's just Christmas.
But would you object if she said, hey, Ted, sending them to you in March?
I would totally make them.
I don't know. Does that take away from the specialness of it?
No.
I mean, I could have those things every other week.
Yeah.
They sound good.
But it's sacrilege if you do. How long does it take you beginning to end to make these things?
If you don't count, because they got approved a couple times.
Right.
And so, but all in all, the work is only about like between half hour, 45 minutes, maybe if I'm really taking my sweet time. I mean, but there's multiple hours of proving that I got to do in between. So, I mean, where it proves overnight, like that's part of it that you got to prep it the day before.
See, that's what I don't like about baking.
No, me too.
I mean, legitimately, that's it.
Back to
man.
the pizza dough, too. I mean, ideally,
pizza dough
sometimes
thing.
that it should sit cold for like 3 days.
You can do, there's like a 30-minute pizza dough you can do. Like if you're at home and you decide, like, because probably have the ingredients to make it, right? And it's like, it proves for about 30 minutes, but like, you need to make it that day. Fired the pizza, and it's decent.
Right.
But a good pizza dough, right, it just takes forever. And I always hated that. It's not that it's a big deal. It's not. It's kind of like washing your clothes, right? People bitch about doing laundry. I'm like, all you really do is fold the clothes. I mean, you stick it in the washer, but you're not doing anything. But I feel that way with baking.
Yeah.
Like, you got to let the dough proof. It's not like you have to do anything, but like, the waiting sucks. You want to get to the.
Yeah. And who thinks about dinner 3 days beforehand?
That's part of the problem, too, man. I'm not.
But you could do it with meat, too.
What do you mean?
Like last weekend when I made all that pork, like the night before, I like rubbed it down with certain spices and put it in overnight.
But see, something about that's kind of sexy. Like I'm doing something, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
That's all. That's all.
What is your go-to dish that everyone loves? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Amber. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
How's it going?
We're doing good, man.
You know-
Positive Friday.
Good. You know those turkey roasters that you buy at like Walmart for $100 that you'll never do your turkey again after you do it?
Yeah.
It's like a big crock pot, right? Well, I do this for funerals, weddings, whatnot. I found that I can use that pan and actually get my $100 worth out of it by taking it. It makes a great beer bath. What you do is you take a 6-pack of, well, first you got to start off with 2 sticks of butter and a 5-pound bag of onions, and you grill them up and you stick them in that pan, and then you crack a 6-pack of beer, you put it in, and you put a bunch of different types of like German sausage, even little smokies, everything but hot dogs. I don't put hot dogs in it, but potato sausages, any different types of brats, and you put it in there and you just let it bubble up until you're ready to eat it. It's so good, and you serve it with huge hoagies or hot dog buns, and you serve your barbecue sauce, or, you got to put brown mustard into it too.
Okay.
That's the key. So, yeah. So it's a beer bath basically with onions and a bunch of different crowds. It's great for Super Bowl, and it's great for funerals. It's great for
How many people die in your world?
type of parties.
I know.
A lot.
Really?
Damn.
Oh, I make it for all the funerals I go to. I'm like, I'm trying to think the last funeral I went to.
Is that a weird request if they say, Amber, I have terrible news.
Well,
so-and-so
I'm Italian,
died, but can you hook us up with the beer bath brats, man? Because, we're going to be sad.
Well, it feeds the masses of people, and I actually figured it out when I went to a German funeral. So that was everybody had to bring something, and I'm Italian, and I'm big on food. So I thought, this is going to serve a lot of people, and I'm going to be able to use that pan again.
Yeah, I like your thought. Like, I want to use the damn pan. And something just that simple.
And sadly, funerals are a good reason to kind of have some of that stuff.
Unless it's catered by Olive Garden.
Unless it's catered by
I mean,
Home
and
cooked
again,
food. Think about that.
Just like, look, because the whole thing is everybody wants to feel better, and after a funeral, everyone's talking about the deceased, and good food makes it better.
Yeah.
The Olive Garden thing, like it's an Olive Garden.
What kind of food did they have from Olive Garden?
There were 2 different types of pastas, which I don't remember. Then they had a white sauce and a red sauce, and then you could get.
Did they have the breadsticks?
Chicken, of course they had breadsticks.
All right.
And salad, which means nothing. And you could get the meatball or the chicken. And so you kind of had to line up, and, they're serving it to you. So the guy, but man, what can I get you? You want the meatball or you want the chicken? I said, I want both. He's like, I can do that for you, dog. He was so excited. I guess I was the first guy to be like, give me both protein.
This guy's crazy.
Oh, dude, yeah. He was like, I got you, man. Hooked him up. He's like, look at that.
Paid for it. Give me both.
Exactly. That's my thought. Like,
Hook
yeah,
me
you
up.
got them both. I want them both.
It's a
Give me
catered
both.
event. Jesus.
He was excited. My man, I got you. Hello, Michael. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Yeah, my favorite go-to is, first off, my daughter has a dry refrigeration set up, and we'll put a 10-pound loaf of really good beef and let that thing age for 42 days.
Wow.
Best steak ever. But let me tell you how it's cooked. First, you turn your oven to like 270 and slow cook it for like 20 minutes just to get it a little bit cooked. Then you take it out, throw it in a cast iron pan, and the butter is essential. Butter is a mixture of butter, garlic, rosemary, and thyme. And mix it up, and as that butter is sizzling, you tip the pan up, and you baste the steak with the boiling butter. And it sizzles on top of the steak. And let me tell you something. If you've never had aged beef, you have not had the best steak ever.
Yep.
All right. You know what? You could also. This is a cheap.
You're not wrong, man. A lot of the fancy steakhouses, they'll brag about the fact they dry age this stuff.
If I get a really good steak, I will season it the day before. I will put it on a plate, and I will put that in the refrigerator without anything covering it.
Okay.
And I'll just let the refrigerator kind of dry it out a little bit.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Really? Makes that big of a difference.
Oh, God, yeah.
Huh.
Really does. Let's see here from the Seattle Seahawk sideline reporting skills. Jen Mueller joining us at 4:30. And we've got your emails coming up next to the men's room.
coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, we begin today with a story making national headlines. Earlier today in our nation's capital, a protest broke out near the Lincoln Memorial after a man was seen.
You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
What?
A hairless cat, man. You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
A loofah? As in the bathroom accoutrement for exfoliating your skin?
Yeah, man, a loofah. You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
Cheese and rice, Felix, no! What does that have to do with protests in Washington? And why would you use a hairless cat as a loofah?
It has nothing to do with the protests in Washington, man. And I didn't use a hairless cat as a loofah. I was asking you if you ever used a hairless cat as a loofah.
No!
What about a squeegee?
What about squeegees?
You ever use a hairless cat as a squeegee?
Felix, no. I've never used a hairless cat as a squeegee. Who uses a hairless cat as a squeegee?
I don't know anybody who uses a hairless cat as a squeegee. But again, man, I'm asking if you have ever used a hairless cat as a squeegee.
And I very honestly answered with a resounding no. I have never used a hairless cat as a squeegee. Why are you asking me these questions about hairless cats?
Well, I was thinking about getting a hairless cat, man.
Are you looking for a pet?
Not really, man. I was looking for a loofah and a squeegee.
Why don't you just buy a loofah and a squeegee then?
Why buy two things if you can buy one thing that can do two things? Like a Swiss Army knife.
You're comparing a hairless cat to a Swiss Army knife. A hairless cat is not a tool for your convenience, Felix. It's a living creature that needs to be cared for and nurtured.
Well, I'm a man who needs healthy skin and a clean windshield. What's your point, man?
I'm just ignoring you now. Back to our top story. Massive protests in our nation's capital after a man was seen with
a pencil eraser.
A pencil eraser? No, the man in Washington, D.C. did not have a pencil eraser. What he had...
I'm not talking about the protest, man. The hairless cat. Do you think a hairless cat can be used as a pencil eraser?
Are you suggesting that you put a hairless cat on top of a pencil?
What? No, man. That's crazy, Stone. No, man, I'm asking if you think a hairless cat could erase pencil.
I really don't know the answer to that, Felix.
Bottle opener?
Are we still asking about the possible utilities of a hairless cat, or are you just saying words now?
Little bit of both, man. Spitballing ideas for a hairless cat.
When I was a kid, my dad got a hairless cat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ever use it as a loofah or a squeegee?
No, of course not. We did use him as our accountant once.
You had a hairless cat and hired him as your accountant? Am I hearing this correctly?
Yeah, my dad hired him to do our finances.
A hairless cat did your family's finances?
Once, yeah.
What happened?
We went bankrupt. He would have been a better loofah.
That's what I've been saying.
Okay, let's just go to break.
Stone, we still have 3 minutes.
Let's go to break! We will be back next hour.
Live Night, the livest radio you will ever see. Everything is performed live. Live hosts, live sound effects, live voice actors, live screw-ups, live laughs, and of course, live music. The Daily Mix Show, totally live. The Men's Room, totally live. Live Night returns February 13th. Live Night 2026. Yachty and naughty. No flares, no lifeboat. All live. What could possibly go wrong? KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Seahawks sideline reporter Jim Mueller coming up live from the Super Bowl at 4:30. But first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Couple emails on our question. Your go-to dish, Ola Naked Dinosaurs. This is the easiest dip in the world. 3 ingredients. Let me say, I despise ranch dressing. I have an amazing alternative, great with chips and veggies. My mother made this ever since I was a kid, and I asked her about it over the holidays. And she said she invented it. The Larson Family Pickle Dip. 2 cubes cream cheese, pickles, and garlic. I throw a couple chunks of garlic in, then the cream cheese, add about 3 whole pickles, blend to a consistency of a thick milkshake. Add a splash of juice if needed, if it's too thin, and put it in the fridge. Personally, I like zesty dills, or the best was homemade spicy garlic dills. Wavy Lays are the perfect delivery device. That from Bernie the Glass Man. Sounds pretty good. He says, love you guys, go Hawks.
It does not sound good, but I hate pickles. That's everything about it sounds good except the pickles.
I am not kidding. I just printed off that recipe.
I believe you. Well, you're a pickle apologist.
I love pickles.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what? I could be your pickle pal.
My pickle pal? Look, I don't normally like pickles, but Ted's my pickle pal, so I'm going to go, let's order some frickles.
No.
I got a pickle pal.
I make a really good smoked mac and cheese that is requested every time there is a big gathering. Here's another one. Guys, I got handed down my late stepmother's super secret family recipe spinach dip. I have to make it for family gatherings or special events, but I'm the only one who knows. It's a recipe on the back of the not vegetable mix package.
Oh, dude, I make the same dip.
Oh,
You
really?
make that one too?
It's got to be the same one because it's 5 ingredients, right? Mayonnaise, sour cream.
Super secret. I just said that.
But the Knox is,
family.
Got to find that Knox vegetable stuff.
Yeah. Guys, I have a bunch of duck that I shot in my freezer. Also have a deer that someone ran over right in front of my driveway. I don't know if that counts though. If I can go to the caught and shot party.
Yeah, like our buddy, what's it, Arn up in Alaska? Mm-hmm. He sent me some moose, but he shot it. I didn't.
All right, but say you have the caught and shot party.
Okay.
Now, I happened to hit this deer in my car by accident, but I hit it. I mean, I'm responsible for its death. I have prepared it, and I'm bringing over some deer jerky. Am I still invited?
Yeah, it caught the grill of your car.
Okay. See, I appreciate where you're coming from.
And one more. Grilled bacon wrap meatloaf on a cedar plank and cedar plank mashed potatoes.
And
I'd say less.
Sounds pretty good. All right, time for a couple of birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly. But again, Sunday, because of the Hawks in the Super Bowl, you are free to dip irresponsibly. Dip irresponsibly.
One day only.
One day only. Right, Miles?
Good morning, it says.
Good morning.
My boyfriend Micah is a loyal listener to the Men's Room. I was hoping you guys could wish him a birthday shout out today. Happy birthday, my love. Cheers to the best year yet. I love you. That from Nasia. I hope I said that right. Nasia? Or Nasia. I'm not sure. Or if you guys want to try saying I love you in Bosnia, no pressure, Volum T, I believe.
Volum T?
Yeah, thanks so much. See you at the next live show. That from Nasia. Dealer's choice, Mike, on the...
Happy Chinooka.
On the Bosnian boyfriend there. Men's Room. First time emailer, long time listener. Love the show. Want to wish my best friend and dad, Keith, a very happy birthday today. He's 57 years old. So can he get the German words of wisdom on getting older and some good old dad jokes for Miles? Appreciate the shout out from the Men's Room. Cheers, guys. That from Ryan.
Yeah, the secret to Germans about getting older, but still maintaining a certain level of sexiness is simply this. You buy yourself some hair dye, but don't use it upstairs, use it downstairs. Shave your head, lie about your age.
Yeah, sure, I'm 45. What's the penis? He looks like he's 23.
Yeah. Little hair dye downstairs, you know.
It's got a fro.
Dad Joke Friday.
That's the closest to a fro I've ever had.
What, your pubes?
Yeah.
Don't do them all. Guys, is today a Chinese holiday?
I don't know.
Because this day is Be Dragon.
This day be dragon. No one says it better than you, Miles.
Chinese holiday.
Yeah.
Did we miss Lunar New Year? Did it already happen?
Lunar New Year's, right? It's the year of the horse this year.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Nay.
A little boy asks his father where babies come from. He says, the stork. Kid says, yeah, I know that, but who F's the stork? Why did the clinic smell like pee?
Why?
Because the therapist.
Okay, all right.
I applied for a job making sandwiches.
Oh, yeah?
Unfortunately, the role has been filled. Couple more. What did the Aussie say when he ran out of toilet paper? What did the Aussie say when he ran out of toilet paper?
Crappy.
Bidet, mate. Guys, I was in a porn movie. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah. I played the husband leaving the house when the plumber comes in. And finally, in Hawaii, what do you call a very quiet laugh? In Hawaii, what do you call a very quiet laugh?
A very quiet laugh?
In Hawaii.
I don't know.
Aloha.
Okay. That's all right. Overthought that one.
Aloha. Aloha.
Yeah.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Bob. A couple extra emails here. Old Machola is catching up on the podcast while on the plane from Australia to the United States.
All right.
Okay. Most expensive thing I bought is the subject. And the thing that brings me joy is my 2015 Porsche 911 GT3.
Okay.
Cost me $268,000.
Jeez. Wow, man.
But every time I drive it, it's an experience, and I love it. Don't regret it for a second. I drive it everywhere. Most amazing car I have ever had. LARP on Ted, cheers. That's from Aaron in Melbourne, Australia. A $268,000 car better be amazing every time you drive it.
Oh, we'll see a picture of it Tuesday. He's popping in.
Oh, is he?
Oh, is that right?
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he's down. He was down in Mexico doing some business. Then he's flying up here a day early so he could be in Seattle on Sunday during the big game.
Ah, that makes sense.
I see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we beam our satellites to San Francisco, California. Jen Mueller, Seahawks sideline reporter. How are you?
Fantastic. And guys, look, I always love your show. I listen all the time. I am so appreciative of you today, especially. So I popped into an establishment to enjoy just a beverage on my Friday afternoon. I'm enjoying my beverage, and you know what's playing on the TV in front of me?
What?
Super Bowl 49. Guys, I have actively avoided watching the game for 11 freaking years. 11 years. I have not gone back to watch this game, and suddenly it is right there in front of me, and I'm like, well, crap.
Yeah.
So, I love
Earl-
you guys more than ever today.
Earl
So
Thomas
thank you
does lay
for
out
saving.
Gronkowski in that game. I mean, at least there's that one shot.
Yeah.
You know, for sure.
Yeah.
Jen, how's the week been down there?
It's been awesome. The weather is awesome. The guys have been fantastic. The vibe is right where you'd hope it would be with the team. Media Row is actually in San Fran. There is a huge buzz. There's a lot of fans that are going into San Fran for the fan experience and all of that. It's been great, and I cannot wait to get to game day.
So all of the activities are in San Francisco proper, not down at the stadium.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Because I've been
So
there
the
for
Seahawks
one
are in
game.
San Jose, yep.
Yeah, I went there for
Mhm.
one game, and we stayed in downtown San Francisco, right near Chinatown. We're like, this is great. And they had a shuttle bus take us to the stadium. And San Francisco is bad traffic. But again, 3 hours later, we arrived at the stadium. And I'm like, how are you even called the San Francisco 49ers? Jesus Christ.
Should be the Sacramento
That's
something.
brutal.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Right.
Absolutely ridiculous.
How, as far as what you're just eyeballing things, does it seem like there are more Seahawks fans or more Patriot fans?
I'm a little bit biased because I am staying out with the Seahawks, right? So I'm seeing a lot of Seahawks people. You know what I'm actually seeing a lot of? 49ers fans.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I can believe that.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, it makes sense. But when we were at like media day on Monday and they announced the Seahawks on the stage and there's this huge, I mean, like the boos are incredible. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of Patriots fans. And then I looked around and I was like, no, you idiot. They're 49ers fans.
Yeah, but Jen, how nice is it to be in their locker room? I mean, I honestly, like, boo all you want. Like, you're not here.
Yeah, Ted was pointing out, like, you know, they're spray painting the Seahawks name in their end zone. And the Seahawks are taking over their locker room. So, you know, put your professionalism aside. Does that not feel good?
It does. It does. Funny enough, so I am just kind of walking around a part of San Jose that is not near the team hotel, and I ran into KJ Wright. So former Super Bowl champ, like all-time Seahawk legend, now a coach on the 49ers staff.
Oh.
And so we give each other a big hug, and I'm like, hey, Jerry, you going to the game? He's like, nope, I sold my tickets. I was like, are you going to come by? You going to say hi to us? He was like, nope.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna cheer for you guys.
Oh,
Well,
man.
But he's on the 49ers staff, right? He was like, no, I am cheering for you guys. Tell the guys I said hi.
Right.
But, like, also, there's a rivalry there now that we need to respect. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's a little bit of extra. Honestly, though, from, like, a strategy standpoint, the Seahawks know the stadium. They know the field.
That's
they know
true.
the wind. It's a terrible place for special teams, for kickers. It is a terrible place. It is the league's worst in opponent field goal percentage. But Jason Myers has already played there, right, this year, and many times in his career. So there's a familiarity factor that I like. And, you take down a Brock Purdy sign to put up a Sam Darnold sign. I'm not unhappy about that either.
Yeah. It also leads the league in major injuries to players.
Is it the field itself?
Yeah, because of the field.
They did replace the field a couple of years. It's better than it was when it first got in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's with the special
there's some
teams?
familiarity there.
Is it a wind thing as far as the way the stadium's designed? Is that
Yes.
why? Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah. It is always colder there than the weather says, and the wind is really nasty, especially when you start needing to get, like, the hang time, right? So if you're Michael Dixon, you got to know, like, where that wind is blowing because it will affect your punts. If you are lining up for a long field goal, it is going to affect your kicks. And so you really do have to know what your markers are, and it's not the same for every other stadium that you're in.
So with that in mind, just from your perspective, right? So obviously it's going to affect your punting game. Do you think there's more danger for the punter to F up, or is it the punt returner who's also trying to calculate this wind when he's trying to catch this punt that's coming down? You know what I mean? So because if the punt sucks, then trying to catch it sucks as well.
Yeah, that is a good point. I do have a couple of more options, though, as a punt returner. They might not be great options, but I don't have a lot of options as a punter. I still have to make sure that punt gets there in some way, shape, or form. So I think that probably – I think it affects them more, but, both of those things are going to be tough.
Jen, have you run into any other former Seahawks that are down there for the festivities?
Oh, yes. Ricardo Lockett, Stephen Hauschka. Yesterday, it was also Luke Wilson. It was KJ today. Shelby Harris came over. Remember, he was on our defensive line for a year or two. I saw Jonathan Hankins a couple of days ago. It's been fun. It's been fun to walk around. Sean Alexander.
Oh, wow.
They're all kind of doing media stuff, and they were going to do media stuff regardless, but there's a little bit more interest and intrigue now.
Have you seen Affleck or Damon?
I have not.
Okay.
Now,
they'll be there.
It is a haul to get into San Francisco, so I got there a little later in the day. So I'll keep an eye out. How cool is it, by the way, that Chris Pratt is involved on Sunday?
Very cool.
Yeah,
Did you
doing
guys
our
see
announcements.
that?
And what is he doing?
He's announcing the Seahawks, the lineup.
He has been so fun to watch on the sidelines for the last two playoff games. He is such a big fan. It's really cool. It's really cool to watch. Oh, you know what I was going to tell you guys?
What's that?
So
You're singing the national anthem.
I haven't done that since a swim meet back in, I don't even know, early 2000s.
But at least you've done it.
You've done it.
It was 05. Everybody knows
At least
about
you've
it.
done it.
I've done it. I have done it. The song for the Seahawks defense this year, did you guys know this? Paint It Black. How good is that?
That's pretty cool.
Like the Rolling Stones?
So
nice.
So when we left Seattle, well, it was Friday. It was last Friday's practice. The Seahawks took the practice field to the final countdown, which I thought was, pretty apropos. And then right after that, it was Paint It Black. And I was like, oh, this is good.
Were you getting all pumped up?
Why? Yes. And I don't know why. I was like, oh, this is good. This is our defense. And Leonard Williams this week said, oh, yeah, that's been my song all year. And then just kind of feels like it fits the dark side defense. I was like, damn straight it does. Yeah.
So what's your schedule for the next couple of days?
Thankfully, just about everything is done. There will be some last-minute prep work. There will be kind of the usual game day routine. But everything is kind of done. I'm just going to go over some notes and try to enjoy the moments and take it all in. And yeah,
Now,
and
looks like
enjoy
all the
festivities.
injuries. Looks like all the injuries are kind of healing up by the end of the week. I know you guys couldn't go to practice
Yeah.
today, but
Yeah. The only Seahawk with an injury designation is Robbie Oots. He's been dealing with a neck injury, so full back. So they've just slid Brady Russell into that. Yeah, exactly. Oots, oots, oots.
That's how they should introduce him. So will you physically be on the sideline during the game?
I will physically be on the sideline.
Okay. Awesome. Now, because it is a national broadcast versus, regional, if you're doing, regular season, are you encouraged to, quote unquote, keep it together? So the Seahawks get a touchdown. I mean, can you slam your clipboard, throw up middle fingers and scream, yeah? Or do you have to keep that cool?
Well, I generally do not throw up middle fingers in public.
You're not
Thanks,
living.
Terrell.
You do
No,
on your
I
cooking
don't.
show.
I do not. Those are in the blooper reels only.
Oh, gotcha.
So here's the thing. For so many years, I was trained not to cheer.
Right.
You don't make noise in a press box, right? Like, you just watch the game as a casual observer. I will admit that in the last few years, I have finally just embraced, I am a fan of the team. I was always a fan of the team. But, I will actually, there have been shots where people have caught me, jumping up after a touchdown. I'll high-five the person next to me if it happens to be a Seahawks staffer. I figured I'm on radio, so the camera's not really on me, so I have a little bit more leeway.
See,
to
I thought the
celebrate.
reason you didn't cheer is because you grew up in Texas and you're a Cowboy fan.
I am never a Cowboys fan,
All right.
ever.
good. Well,
Nope.
I think too, though, because you're you're on the sideline for the local broadcast, and that's fine to cheer. I get it if you're in a press box, it's a bunch of other
that's
press,
the number one rule,
and writers. I know the baseball people are like, you got to be quiet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so will you be in the locker room after the game?
I will be in the locker room after the game, yes.
Can you kind of let loose there?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
I sure hope so.
I don't know what it's going to be like, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what this crew is going to be like. We don't know what the outcome is going to be like.
The outcome is that the Hawks are going to win.
Are you nervous or are you confident?
I am not nervous. I have watched this team all year, and I feel really good about what our team looks like. But anything can happen on game day, and I do just love the camaraderie of this team. I love how they have allowed me to come in and be part of kind of their camaraderie. So, yeah, I hope that there's some fun celebrations after the game.
All right, Jed, I got to ask you just a nerdy football question. This is the theory I have. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. I have a feeling that A.J. Barner catches a massive clutch touchdown for us this weekend.
Oh, interesting.
That says she doesn't agree with
What led you to this? Well, I don't. Well, so I keep asking. No, I would love for AJ to do that and then hit his touchdown dance. Sure.
Yeah.
But people keep asking me, who do I think the unsung hero is going to be? And I'm thinking Jake Bobo.
That Bobo had a massive touchdown at the championship game.
I know.
And the reason I ask you is because I'm a nerd and I watched Coach Chucky.
Oh, Gruden.
I watched him do a 2-hour chalk talk last night, breakdown on the
Jesus,
game.
man. Jeez, man.
And I came out of that and I called my buddy and I said, AJ Barner's going to catch a massive touchdown.
I know what you're thinking,
Chucky
Jen.
said it would
Ted
happen.
needs a hobby. Well, that is his hobby. And that's-
I also watched highlights of every playoff loss since the last Super Bowl. To say I'm excited is yeah.
Jen, what are you doing tonight?
Tonight, I am going to go to a little welcome party that we have for the Seahawks because the friends and family for all of the Seahawks folks arrived today. And then, I don't know, I'm just going to hang out. I'm going to have a couple of beverages.
And so you're going to get hammered. I mean, it's not so much what you do tonight. It's like, what time do I have to get up tomorrow?
Exactly.
Right?
Saturday night's the question.
Yeah.
Right. I get to sleep in tomorrow, but we're saving the real partying for afterwards, guys.
Yeah.
Hey,
if they win,
Really
flip
cool.
off
I
a
get to come
Niners
and do
fan.
like a shot of the day afterwards.
Hey, look,
After we win.
if this happens, will you come on the program and tell us about the rest of the experience?
100%.
Wonderful.
100%.
Jen, thank you so much, man. Enjoy the game, and thank you for talking to us.
Go Hawks.
Absolutely. Anytime, guys. Go Hawks.
Drink one for us. All right, there you go. Jen Mueller, we're going to take a break, and speaking of drinking, shot of the day's coming up. You're listening to The Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, we begin today with a story making national headlines. Earlier today in our nation's capital, a protest broke out near the Lincoln Memorial after a man was seen.
You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
What?
A hairless cat, man. You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
A loofah? As in the bathroom accoutrement for exfoliating your skin?
Yeah, man, a loofah. You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
Cheese and rice, Felix, no! What does that have to do with protests in Washington? And why would you use a hairless cat as a loofah?
It has nothing to do with the protests in Washington, man. And I didn't use a hairless cat as a loofah. I was asking you if you ever used a hairless cat as a loofah.
No!
What about a squeegee?
What about squeegees?
You ever use a hairless cat as a squeegee?
Felix, no. I've never used a hairless cat as a squeegee. Who uses a hairless cat as a squeegee?
I don't know anybody who uses a hairless cat as a squeegee. But again, man, I'm asking if you have ever used a hairless cat as a squeegee.
And I very honestly answered with a resounding no. I have never used a hairless cat as a squeegee. Why are you asking me these questions about hairless cats?
Well, I was thinking about getting a hairless cat, man.
Are you looking for a pet?
Not really, man. I was looking for a loofah and a squeegee.
Why don't you just buy a loofah and a squeegee then?
Why buy two things if you can buy one thing that can do two things? Like a Swiss Army knife.
You're comparing a hairless cat to a Swiss Army knife. A hairless cat is not a tool for your convenience, Felix. It's a living creature that needs to be cared for and nurtured.
Well, I'm a man who needs healthy skin and a clean windshield. What's your point, man?
I'm just ignoring you now. Back to our top story. Massive protests in our nation's capital after a man was seen with
a pencil eraser.
A pencil eraser? No, the man in Washington, D.C. did not have a pencil eraser. What he had...
I'm not talking about the protest, man. The hairless cat. Do you think a hairless cat can be used as a pencil eraser?
Are you suggesting that you put a hairless cat on top of a pencil?
What? No, man. That's crazy, Stone. No, man, I'm asking if you think a hairless cat could erase pencil.
I really don't know the answer to that, Felix.
Bottle opener?
Are we still asking about the possible utilities of a hairless cat, or are you just saying words now?
Little bit of both, man. Spitballing ideas for a hairless cat.
When I was a kid, my dad got a hairless cat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ever use it as a loofah or a squeegee?
No, of course not. We did use him as our accountant once.
You had a hairless cat and hired him as your accountant? Am I hearing this correctly?
Yeah, my dad hired him to do our finances.
A hairless cat did your family's finances?
Once, yeah.
What happened?
We went bankrupt. He would have been a better loofah.
That's what I've been saying.
Okay, let's just go to break.
Stone, we still have 3 minutes.
Let's go to break! We will be back next hour.
with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up at 5:08, we will drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines coming up at 5:50. But first, quick check in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Thank you, Miles. I wish we could find that dude again. Okay. Scientists have discovered that the genes associated with dyslexia are ancient.
Well, they think they were new.
Right?
Say that again?
The genes associated with dyslexia are ancient.
Yeah.
It's not like it just came out of nowhere. It's a genetic thing. It's not a genetic, but it's a...
But also, 9 times out of 10 that you're able to diagnose dyslexia now, it has to do with reading, right?
Sure.
I got to work. I mean, before there was the printed word, I'm sure a lot of people may have had, but you wouldn't know.
Right.
Right? There was nothing specific for you to go, hey, man, why is this way for you?
Right. You look at a lot of the different things that people dealt with, that are dealing with now, you can go back in time and look at it like, no, they were just kind of cast away or put down as whatever label you wanted to put on them.
Billy Bob Thornton put it best. He said, when I was in school, they just called me an idiot.
Right.
It's ADHD. Right? So he was always disrupting class. Whatever.
Exactly.
He's like, that's all, man. It's like the exact same thing, but until you know. But I'm just saying, like, in ancient times, I don't know how you diagnose dyslexia.
Right.
Right? You still know up and down. You know the sky is blue. I know the sun is hot. Right? There's nothing there for you to
Like you said,
recognize.
it's not like they had the the caveman times that came out. That
Right. You read it backwards,
Wait,
man.
Yeah, right. I mean,
like, what
dude's
would you
just
do for
knocking
people to
women-
know
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
you're dyslexic? Yeah.
Exactly.
But cool. All right.
90% of Americans believe that the U.S. is in a full-blown cost of living crisis.
Yeah. If that many people think so, then it is.
Right.
That's one of those things that it's very subjective.
Absolutely.
So if 90% think that, then we most definitively are.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, that's not new.
No.
Like, come on. Yeah.
Are we going to do anything about it? No.
No.
But this is just where we're at. So enjoy that. Researchers believe that eye scans may one day help spot Alzheimer's before memory starts to before it starts to fade.
Well, what are they going to do about it, though?
That's the whole thing. Can you do anything preventive?
Right,
But there's a lot of stuff they figure out through the eyes, man. Like, there was what was years ago. It was like,
Gateway to the soul.
She took a picture. Well, there's a gateway to the soul. That's why I can look at you and say, evil soul. But a woman took a picture of her kid. The kid's 8 years old or something, right? But she had the flash on, so the flash reflects off the retina. Blah blah blah. But she posted this picture Instagram, whatever, just to say hey, here's my kid on his first day of 3rd grade or something. And someone she didn't know was like, hey man, take your kid to the doctor. Because when the flash lit up the kid's eyes, she's like, this isn't right, this isn't right. Sure enough, anyway, the mother takes the kid to the doctor because she got all paranoid about it. And turns out this random person was right.
Absolutely.
The kid had some kind of condition, and they just said, look, man, I'm not trying to freak you out, but I'm telling you, your kid probably has blank, whatever.
Exactly. There's I actually did an auction for them, but they're down south there, a kindering center, I believe is what it is. But they'll take a look at kids in utero, and they'll notice certain dysfunctions that they'll have after they're born that they'll be able to immediately begin correcting. They'll immediately begin to bring therapies out and whatnot that'll fix these issues or at least get ahead of the curve there, so that they're not near as debilitating.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Good for them.
Hell
That's
yeah,
what I was
man.
just for.
Hell
I wonder
yeah,
if they
man.
can look in there and be like, yeah, your kid's fine. We can just tell he's going to be kind of a D.
That would be
I know,
cool.
right?
Look, and this is not your fault, all right? Your kid's going to be a douchebag.
Right.
I know you have a loving family and all that. He'll be good to you. Well, you're going to be a douchebag. We can just tell.
Look at him.
It's an ancient gene. You know douchebags have been around from...
Yes.
Every teacher knows.
There's a bunch of cavemen, and still one of them are like, he's a douchebag.
Right.
Somehow.
Craig over there.
Yeah. Craig comes over and he's like, oh, you make fire? You should see fire I had last week. Like, God damn it, man.
Who was the original douchebag? Let's put
Right. The guy who claimed he made fire after the first guy made fire.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
I do
exactly.
that every Tuesday.
Yeah, everybody has wheels now. Do they? Yeah, that guy was there, man.
Yeah, my hammer's bigger. I made my first.
Should do a movie, The Original Douchebag.
Original douchebag. Yeah, Rick killed it, but I shot it first.
Oh, really? Did he get the mammoth? Okay.
I limped him.
Yeah.
I hit him right there in the back. Put your thinking caps on, gents. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. Douchebag Craig. It is an adjective brought to you by the letter S. I gave you guys a 10% success chance on this one, but it broadly means of or relating to clothes, but often more specifically means of or relating to a tailor or tailored clothes. So it relates to clothes or a tailor.
seam?
Seam, no. Adjective.
Oh. Seamless.
The word is sartorial.
Oh, yeah, never even heard of it. No.
Yeah. That's why I gave you guys like no chance on this one. It's like,
Sartorial.
there's a handful of these. Can we start phasing words out of the dictionary? You know how we add words to the dictionary every doggone year? Can we start phasing some of these stupid ass words out?
There should be like 2 different dictionaries, right? There's the one where we've included all the new dumbass that people say. Sartorial. Yes, it is a word. No one uses it.
Correct.
But in this dictionary of words that people no longer use, but you can if you are you related to Craig the Caveman?
Right.
You be a douchebag that uses it. There you go.
Treated like that seat at the baseball game when the team's not doing all that well. They always picked up that seat in a while. We're just gonna go ahead and just fill that with something else. Just gonna make some room there. The EU has instructed TikTok to change its addictive design.
Do they mean like its logo or how you interface with it, or what are they?
I think it's just its addictive nature to where it kind of locks you in once you get started.
That's not TikTok's fault.
No, it's not.
That is on the fault of the user.
Correct. Now, I'll admit I've gotten lost in the scrolling trap, the doom scroll, as it were, the brain rot. But
everybody has,
right?
But again, I don't blame TikTok. Just exists.
They make it to be that way. They make it so that you will continue to consume their app, and their ad revenue will continue to thrive.
Are they going to bitch about TV shows that do a cliffhanger before each commercial break?
Correct. I mean, you think,
go, hey, don't you want to come back and watch what happens next? That's why
Miles, quit resetting the show. Quit telling them what's coming up next. We do not want people addicted to this show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You knock it off.
Headlines on the way at 5:50.
Thank you. An undercover probe has found a number of bars in Australia that are short pouring beers.
Ooh, don't do it there.
Oh,
Of all places not to do that.
In Australia?
Well, it just seems like everybody from Australia is jacked. They can wrestle a great white shark, a bunch of kangaroos in their backyard. I just, like maybe in a bar in Ireland.
The fact that it needed a probe and they're like, nah, man, this one, they're all short pouring.
Do you think that came from customers going, I'm telling you, mate,
it's happening?
Well, they're not serving imperial pints?
Right?
I don't know. They do pints or imperials.
That would be hard to say, though. Like, it's hard to not come off as just like a drunk idiot when you're like, I think you're shorting my pints.
Right. Well, it's the thing. You hedge your bets. Is anyone really going to say this at the bar?
Yeah.
I also think that's a terrible idea for bars. I mean, that amount of beer is not, that can't be saving you that
just
much
order
money.
a can of Foster's then.
Saves you a pint every night.
That way you can't get screwed over.
I don't think anybody down there actually drinks it.
Because they can taste it.
The English drink it.
No.
But it's like it's like a swill to them.
I think I did that one time. I was like, I want the big can of beer. I was like, this is a lot of garbage.
Yeah. Was it El Corazon? I don't know. I've been in this minute, but they used to sell those Foster's cans, and you get all fired up. But you're right, about halfway through, it's like
this is terrible.
I don't know that I like Foster's
This
this much.
is awful, man. And it's too much, so it starts getting hot as you're drinking it.
Oh yeah, then somebody's nice. They're like, I got you another Foster's. It's like, God damn it! I just got rid of that last can.
Well,
But
you know
thank
what?
you.
Let's keep talking about drinking.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
Thank you for this list here, Miles. There is, in fact, a very, very, very big football game going down this coming Sunday at 3:30 over on NBC. However, maybe you're not watching it at home. Maybe you want to go out there. So these here are the 10 best sports bars in Seattle to watch the big game.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see how many you've been to, Ted Smith, and what you can tell us about.
I'm going to say.
What's the over/under? How many has Ted
I'm
been
going to say.
I'm saying 6.
I'm saying 8 out of 10.
Are these who put out the list?
Ooh, that's a good question. I do not know who put out this list.
Depends on the list, because they might pick kind of fancier places. We'll see.
I got you.
Okay. Number 10 being Sluggers.
Oh! Shout out to Shane and Shelly, man. Love those people.
Know the
Love
owners.
Sluggers.
Bartender there.
Hell yeah. I've met Shane and
Chicken
Shelly.
wings are
They're
great.
Their dog. What is the name of their dog? Do we remember?
I don't know.
They had a little English bulldog down there. Met him one time. He's great.
Yeah. They're my favorite breaded wings. They're in Marco Polo.
They do have good breaded wings.
I have not had their wings. I've only ever
But we've
been
all
there for
been to
drinks.
Sluggers, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so all of us.
Everybody been to Sluggers. Great atmosphere there. down there by the stadiums. If you go to Lumen Field, you can see it. If you're at the north entrance of Lumen Field, you will be able to see Sluggers there. Bleachers Pub. Oh, Steve's
I've been to
there.
On
Bleachers.
Greenwood, come on, bro.
2 for 2.
Yeah.
I've been there too.
Yeah.
Me as well.
What do we know about Bleachers here? Some bars try to feel like a destination. Bleachers feels like a refuge. Greenwood in February has its own mood, cold air, damp sidewalks, and a neighborhood pace that makes the game feel less like a spectacle and more like a shared habit. Bleachers earns its spot because it takes the simple stuff seriously. Screens live everywhere your eyes naturally land. Live everywhere your eyes naturally land. The crowd stays chatty without drowning the broadcast. When the room fills up, it still feels like a place where regulars show up for more than one Sunday a year.
Okay,
Just
for
a
sure.
Good old sports bar down there. Place that we went there not too long ago, Ted. Angry Beaver.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Matt.
3 for 3.
I love the Beaver, man.
Damn it.
Plus,
All right, bonus points if he knows the owner or management of the bar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. He had the Men's Room IPA on tap for a while, and I think he's putting it back on soon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Great food there, too.
Yeah, the wings are really good.
You guys got
Don't
a
they do
couple
like 3 different types of poutine? As
They
far as the
do.
gravy goes.
Right, because it's a hockey bar.
It's right. It's a hockey bar. They got barbecue and stuff.
Big Coug fan.
God damn it.
It's all right, man. Keep going.
No, keep going.
Well, the one cook in there is already good. And then they hired another cook. He used to work at a different bar I knew, but I'm glad he's over there now.
Oh, this is going to get fun. Uh-oh. Petoskey's.
Well, they're closed.
All right. So, Miles, that's
4 for 4.
One of his, but I do love Petoskey's as well.
4 for 4.
But they had a fire.
Yeah,
They did.
So, unfortunately,
just the
yeah.
other night.
And so they're not going to be able to show the game.
No, they're not. Matter of fact, Joel, the owner's coming over to my place to watch it.
Here you are throwing
is
Ted
he?
over about the owners.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, he's going to your house.
Yeah, he and his wife's meet it.
All right, Miles, sorry. I got to give you a little crap. So we did an event one summer, might have been at Mike's Chili. Then afterwards, me and my 2 buddies are going to get food. And he's like, let's go to Petoskey's. You know, it's like, dope. So as we're walking over, here comes Miles' buddy, Charlie. I said, Charlie, where are you going? We're going to Petoskey's. I said, all right. Miles rolls in on fire.
Right.
Does not even realize we're sitting there. They just like pour him this giant shot. My buddy Brett starts giving him crap. And then we're like, no, it's us, dude. And he's like, oh, all right. I'll order a shot. It's like normal. I'm like, no. I work with this a-hole. Like, give me one of those Montgomery shots. And they were like, oh, for real? Yeah, no worries.
A shot.
God damn, that is a good bar, though.
4 for 4.
Ask him about the legend.
The Rough and Tumble Pub.
All right. I have not been there yet.
All right, we found one.
but
It's just one.
Yeah.
We're all right there. We're still up.
I only got one left.
Rough and Tumble. Well, no. This is number 6 out of 10.
Well, I said 8 out of
gotcha.
10.
You
8
gotcha.
out of 10.
Rough and Tumble built its name around women's sports, and it treats that mission seriously. That focus does not shrink the Super Bowl experience, it sharpens it. The bar already understands how to commit to a broadcast with full sound, full attention, and a crowd that actually watches. There you go, Rough and Tumble Pub. Okay, we're going to Queen Anne.
Queen Anne.
Queen
All
Anne
right.
Beer Hall.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
100%. Any shout-outs you want to make?
I don't remember the guy's name.
What do you get when you
I've had a
what do you
beer
eat
with
there?
the owner there, too.
What do you eat? Big giant pretzel?
You got to get a giant pretzel, then you get a platter with a bunch of sausages, and if you ask them, they'll pre-cut them up for you.
Beer Hall Energy changes the Super Bowl math. Long
You asked
tables
me to
create
cut
instant
up.
community.
Well, it's just nice because you just pick at it.
Just nibble. Just get after it. Going down by the baseball stadium, Hatback Bar and Grill.
Yep.
Love
We had
Hatback.
our Christmas party.
We did.
Food's great.
Right, and if you are a baseball fan, I highly recommend
That is a
Hatback.
great bar.
It's got a lot of cool history, especially Seattle baseball history in there.
And they're having a massive watch party next door at that Victory Hall. Or I
Nice.
think it's all together.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's was that number 6?
That was number 4.
That was number 4.
So yeah, he's 5 for 6.
5 for 6.
He's 5 for 6 right now. Yeah, Hatback, great food also. I don't think I've had anything bad at Hatback. No. The lady got a spritz. I don't know what the spritz was, but that thing was damn near bottomless just because of how big it was. She kept going after it. And like I was taking big swigs out of this doggone thing, and it never went away. There was no ice in it or anything. Just kept going. Ryan House, Seattle.
Yes.
I don't even know where that one is.
Ryan House is, what is that? Inner Lake? No.
Inner Bay-ish area.
I think over by like South Lake Union, right?
Ah, okay.
Feels like a cheat code because it gives you multiple ways to spend the day. You can watch, you can eat, you can play bocce. You can reset your brain between drives without leaving the building.
Oh, my bad. It's up on Capitol Hill on 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you can drink at Stein.
We've been there. They have a location out in Leavenworth as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
They did. They opened a new beer garden out there, too.
Have
Nice.
you been there? The one in Leavenworth? You've been there?
Did you get a big pretzel?
No, we got to go to the Munchin House for pretzels.
I do go to the Munchin House first, but we popped in there, too.
Attaboy.
Is it as nice as the one on Queen Anne?
It's outdoor. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So, Steve, I'm pretty sure that you've already won the bet. Or you've already won yours.
6 out of 10. I think we've already hit that.
At number 2, we get the Westie.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Roosevelt or the one in West Seattle?
Have you been to both?
Yes, but I go to the one on Roosevelt most often.
Who's the owner of that one?
65th.
Oh man, I should remember his name. They're awesome. They had cans of the Men's Room IPA.
They have it on draft.
Yeah.
Chicken wings are
their wings are great.
Lemon
Like for a
pepper.
sports bar, their food is really good.
The Westie feels like a rare place that understands sight lines as a design choice, not an accident. You do not have to crane your neck. You don't have to play musical chairs. The room keeps the game present without forcing the vibe into the sports bar cliche.
And the one on Roosevelt has like little games in the back too, like some bubble hockey.
So if you have kids, it's great.
Hell yeah.
You give them some cash, they disappear. You sit down and relax.
And then I'll leave you with this last and final one. Miles' final chance of winning his bet on
I think I've already got it. He's only missed one.
He's only missed one, so if he misses this one.
I was right, 8 out of 10.
Tom's Watch Bar.
Where's I don't know that I've been to Tom's.
Tom's Watch Bar. So it wins because it removes doubt. No guessing, no hoping your seat works, no praying the sound stays on. The place runs big on purpose, and that scale shows up in the way the broadcast surrounds you. The room feels engineered for a moment when the game turns cruel, when the drive stalls, when the call goes sideways, when the fourth quarter becomes a slow inhale. A smaller bar can feel like a pressure cooker. Tom's feels like a stadium concourse where everyone shares the same nervous system.
I have not been there.
Oh.
In my defense, Tom's is pretty new.
This might have been a
8 out
puff
of
piece
10.
for Tom's.
Woot, woot.
Good job, Miles. You nailed it.
Yes.
Beaver's great. I got to give some shout outs to just some spots I used to love
Hell
too.
yeah, man.
Either of the Buckley's locations is always solid. I'm trying to think. And if you're down by the stadiums, like Sluggers is great. King Street's awesome as well. Shout out to Troy.
Yeah, also in Fremont, now that Petoskey's is going through their cleanup from that fire, LTD Sports Bar is very good down there. Fremont Pizza has Men's Room IPA on draft.
Nice.
Can. So, yeah, either one of those two. Sean O'Donnell's, you can never go wrong there.
100%.
Yeah, Ballard, that Slim Goody bar. I went in there to watch the first round of playoffs. It was really good.
I'd say for my friends down in Tacoma, the West End Bar and Grill is fantastic. West End Pub, rather, is fantastic. O'Malley's Pub is great.
The Beach Tavern is fantastic as well.
Beach Tavern's great. Any places that you want to shout out there, Steve?
I think you guys covered them all.
We got them all.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, honestly, man, like, if I'm going to a sports bar specifically, all of them have been covered. I would posthumously, Ted, I know you're there with me.
Oh, don't even say it.
I'm sorry, man.
Bills?
Bill's on Broadway.
Bill's on Broadway. Bill's off Broadway.
Bill's off Broadway. Whatever. It just, that was my spot, man.
But you know what? If I had to pick one place to watch the Super Bowl at a bar, it'd be all the way down at Tommy's Tavern down in Yelm. Because our friends at the Daily Mix Morning Show are going to be making their way down there. They're going to be watching the Super Bowl there. Go on down there and enjoy yourself. It's just going to be a good old party. Fun times. Yeah, fun times. Let's see here. A porch pirate was caught in Oklahoma City thanks to doorbell camera footage, but it wasn't your run-of-the-mill thief.
What was it then?
Tell you about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast 52-year-old Doug Nyirenda of somewhere in Zambia, Africa. Now, this past Wednesday, Dean and two of his buddies, they were returning from a fishing trip when they bumped into a herd of elephants. And as you might guess, this is not awesome. So Dean and his friends did apparently what is recommended. They ran. Did they tell you that when you went on safari?
No.
Well, these guys, I mean, look, it's where they live. And apparently this herd, it's around the time mating season, all that. They're all pissy and angry. Bump into a herd elephant, and they take off running. Now, we're not sure what direction his buddies went, but to avoid the elephants, Dean dove into a river. Now, the very good news is the elephants stopped chasing them at that point. Like, they're not getting wet. They're not going in the river. The bad news is that Dean jumped into the Luangwa River, which is home to one of the highest concentrations of Nile crocodiles in Africa.
Jesus.
And they are considered one of the most dangerous animals to humans. Case in point, Dean was fatally attacked by a crocodile as soon as he jumped in the river to avoid being trampled by the elephants. Meanwhile, his two buddies survived. I'm not sure what direction they went, where they hid, but this guy is running from a herd of elephants. I just want you to picture that. That's terrifying. He jumps into a river to get away from them. They stop chasing him, and they watch a crocodile eat his ass. Just like, damn, man. Like that.
It's not a good day.
What was the movie? Is it You're Gonna Die No Matter What? Fatal? No. What is it? Oh, I can't think of it now. They've made a whole bunch of the movies now.
Final Destination?
Final Destination.
You're gonna
That's
die no
some
matter
Final
what.
Destination.
Die no matter what.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to get trampled by elephant jump in the river. Oh, I've got to tell you about the crocodile.
Just pick a way.
Yeah, your choice. All right, so we choose your own adventure. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tutties. Down the hola bijola.
All right, we have got your winner on a Bad Choice Friday coming up next.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, we begin today with a story making national headlines. Earlier today in our nation's capital, a protest broke out near the Lincoln Memorial after a man was seen.
You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
What?
A hairless cat, man. You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
A loofah? As in the bathroom accoutrement for exfoliating your skin?
Yeah, man, a loofah. You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
Cheese and rice, Felix, no! What does that have to do with protests in Washington? And why would you use a hairless cat as a loofah?
It has nothing to do with the protests in Washington, man. And I didn't use a hairless cat as a loofah. I was asking you if you ever used a hairless cat as a loofah.
No!
What about a squeegee?
What about squeegees?
You ever use a hairless cat as a squeegee?
Felix, no. I've never used a hairless cat as a squeegee. Who uses a hairless cat as a squeegee?
I don't know anybody who uses a hairless cat as a squeegee. But again, man, I'm asking if you have ever used a hairless cat as a squeegee.
And I very honestly answered with a resounding no. I have never used a hairless cat as a squeegee. Why are you asking me these questions about hairless cats?
Well, I was thinking about getting a hairless cat, man.
Are you looking for a pet?
Not really, man. I was looking for a loofah and a squeegee.
Why don't you just buy a loofah and a squeegee then?
Why buy two things if you can buy one thing that can do two things? Like a Swiss Army knife.
You're comparing a hairless cat to a Swiss Army knife. A hairless cat is not a tool for your convenience, Felix. It's a living creature that needs to be cared for and nurtured.
Well, I'm a man who needs healthy skin and a clean windshield. What's your point, man?
I'm just ignoring you now. Back to our top story. Massive protests in our nation's capital after a man was seen with
a pencil eraser.
A pencil eraser? No, the man in Washington, D.C. did not have a pencil eraser. What he had...
I'm not talking about the protest, man. The hairless cat. Do you think a hairless cat can be used as a pencil eraser?
Are you suggesting that you put a hairless cat on top of a pencil?
What? No, man. That's crazy, Stone. No, man, I'm asking if you think a hairless cat could erase pencil.
I really don't know the answer to that, Felix.
Bottle opener?
Are we still asking about the possible utilities of a hairless cat, or are you just saying words now?
Little bit of both, man. Spitballing ideas for a hairless cat.
When I was a kid, my dad got a hairless cat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ever use it as a loofah or a squeegee?
No, of course not. We did use him as our accountant once.
You had a hairless cat and hired them as your accountant? Am I hearing this correctly?
Yeah, my dad hired him to do our finances.
A hairless cat did your family's finances?
Once, yeah.
What happened?
We went bankrupt. He would have been a better loofah.
That's what I've been saying.
Okay, let's just go to break.
Stone, we still have 3 minutes.
Let's go to break! We will be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin, why is my seat wet?
What?
My seat. My seat is wet. Why is my seat wet?
Yeah, man. I may or I may not have urinated on your chair.
What?
I said I may or I may not have urinated.
I heard what you said! You urinated on my chair?
I did not say that, Stone. I said I may or I may not have urinated on your chair.
What?
Stone, you asked the question. Why is my seat wet? So I answered your question.
You didn't answer my question. You offered me a riddle about whether or not you urinated. Urinated, Felix, on my seat, where I am sitting.
Well, maybe you didn't ask the right question, Playboy.
Yeah, I would just ask Felix whether or not he peed on my seat.
I did not pee on your seat, Bonnie.
See how easy that is?
Right. Yes. Felix.
What's up, Playboy?
Felix.
What's on your mind, my guy?
What's up? Felix.
What's crackin' man?
Felix! Did you or did you not urinate on my chair?
You finally just asked.
Yes!
About time, man. It was almost like you didn't even want to know whether or not I peed on your seat.
And
I'm glad you asked, Stone, because I'm ready to answer.
Is this how you answer questions?
What do you mean?
Someone asks you a question, and before you just answer the question, you let people know that you are ready to answer the question.
That depends on the question, Playboy. Now, what did you ask me again?
Are you being serious right now, Felix?
Hard to say, man.
Yes or no, Felix? Did you urinate on my seat? Is that why my seat is wet?
Before I answer...
Cheese and rice!
Before I answer, Stone, what do you think?
Do I think you urinated on my chair?
That is correct.
I would like to believe that my coworker and friend would not urinate on my chair, but also I know it's not above you, Felix.
Yeah. So do you think I peed on your chair or not?
Did you?
Maybe, man. Maybe not.
Felix, I am sitting on a wet chair, my chair that I sit in every day to deliver hard-hitting and up-to-date headlines to our wonderful audience. I just want to know if you urinated on it or not.
I did not.
Wait, what?
I did not urinate on your chair, Playboy. I don't know why it's wet.
Why did you make it seem like you urinated on my chair?
I did no such thing, Stone. I said I may have or I may not have. That's all I said.
Felix, that is so misleading and infuriating. But I appreciate that you did not urinate on my chair.
It's the least I can do, Playboy.
It quite literally is the least you could do, but I still don't know why my chair is wet.
I peed on your chair earlier.
What?
I didn't mean to, but Felix made me laugh so hard I peed on your seat.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Let's go to break. We will be back next hour.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Now for all TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
Is it Ted? And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Well, you know, hey, look, you could be a 16-year veteran and still have a false start once in a while. Don't sweat it, Mike. All right, happens to the best of them.
You sound just like the coach would sound when you do that false start. Hey, buddy. Don't you worry about it.
Hey, we're still going to go get him. All right, your choices. You got the Jimmy.
Fallon and Kimmel.
Seth Meyers. Colbert. Or Ted Smith. There it is.
Or is it late night?
It is right there. The Tireless Guys have teams of talented writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Son said, Dad, how do you win a Super Bowl without cheating? I don't know, son. We're Patriots fans.
The Ted Smith.
Yep.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a person from Boston and a baby?
The difference between a person from Boston and a baby.
What?
A baby will stop whining after a while. If I catch anybody drinking...
Colbert?
Yeah, let's go Colbert. If I catch anybody drinking dunks this weekend, I'm going to slap it out your hand. The opening ceremony for the Winter Olympics. The most accomplished amateur athletes from all the countries in the world who hate us are gathering in Italy right now. Nothing gets me going more than spandex-clad Lithuanians on a 9-hour tape delay.
Colbert.
Kimmel.
The opening ceremonies for the Winter Olympics, the most accomplished amateur athletes from all the countries in the world who hate us are gathered in Italy right now. I'll tell you, nothing gets me going more than spandex-clad Lithuanians on a 9-hour tape delay.
The Winter Olympics opening ceremony. Speed skater Aaron Jackson and bobsledder Frank DeLuca will be the flag bearers for Team USA. Aaron says she's thrilled, while Frank said it'll be tough to perform without 3 other guys pressed against him.
Fallon.
Yeah, Fallon.
Yeah, it's Fallon.
The Winter Olympics opening ceremony. Yes. And speed skater Aaron Jackson and bobsledder Frank Del Duca will be the flag bearers for Team USA. Aaron says she's thrilled, while Frank said it'll be tough to perform without 3 other guys pressed against him. It's like, turn.
The LGBTQ dating app Grindr announced this week that it'll increase privacy tools for athletes in the Olympic Village. Great news for the biathletes.
Seth?
The LGBTQ dating app Grindr announced this week that it will increase privacy tools for athletes in the Olympic Village in Italy. Great news for the biathletes.
I'm 45. You think by this time of my age, I laugh every week. Somebody's like, it's a bye week.
I know.
What are we going to do? A dude.
Jesus.
All right, let's see. We ready to rock with that, Mike?
Sure.
All right, so here's kind of a funny story. All right, this is a car chase in L.A., right? Mm-hmm. Somebody will have to explain to me one day why there's so many goddamn car chases in L.A. It just blows my mind. So it's like a slow one. She's obviously a DUI suspect, and she pulls into a parking lot. But the main thing is, listen to this, I think it's like a retired cop or whatever, right?
Okay.
And the 2 newscasters. So she starts to dance. I just like the end here.
Yeah, you just went into a parking lot. That's interesting. That doesn't seem very
boxed in.
Yeah, you're going to be. Oh, door open. Driver has decided. I think I'm going to do a little dance and have my moment of freedom before police officers approach.
Commands to come back, and right now not cooperating. At one point, there you go. She knows the drill. Hands behind her back, went right to the ground. So obviously a frequent flyer they have.
So I watched this whole thing. She dances for like 30 seconds.
It was longer than you'd think.
Correct.
She had some decent moves, but to his point, she did obviously know the drill. And to the cops' credit, right? They all jump out of the cars, they're ready to go. She starts dancing. Normally they would just tackle someone. They kind of let her finish her dance because she does just put her hands, behind her head, lays down on the ground, and then they kind of gently went over there and handcuffed her.
That's what I say. I think that's why that guy said it, like frequent flyer, because she gets right down, and you could. I mean, bad for her for doing what she did, but good for her for that she was like, all right, yeah, you got me.
Yeah, but before you get me, I'm going to do a little dance.
Let's see. All right, we got the obviously a big game happening on Sunday with the Super Bowl. The Seahawks playing against the Patriots. Now, as a reminder, I would say to some Seahawks fans, you don't have to do this. I'm a psychopath. I've been watching videos on the internet of every playoff loss that the Seahawks have had since the last Super Bowl.
Okay.
But this one, you just forget how hard it is to get back to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then also, there is an element of how nice it is that it's in the Niners Stadium. And there's a giant poster of Sam Darnold outside their stadium, where usually
and the end zone's painted with the Seahawks.
Right, it's got the Seahawks logo.
Yeah.
The Niners locker room right now has Seahawks stuff up on it because we are in their locker room.
Oh, yeah.
Which has got to be weird for Richard Sherman.
What do you mean?
Well, he played for the 49ers.
Sure.
Played in that stadium. That was his locker room at one point in his career.
Yeah, I mean, Sherman kind of goes back and forth. Like, he'll still wear a lot of Niners gear. I mean, like, he'll always be a Seahawk to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know. And honestly, to his credit, that tip against the Niners is one of the biggest plays in a Super Bowl ever. Pretty iconic. So, like...
Or NFC.
Or NFC Championship. Yeah, my bad. So, like, sometimes he reps the Niners stuff when they're good. It's like, all right, dude. But
sure.
Yeah, like, it is odd, but to me, he'll always be known as a Seahawk.
I think even to Niners fans, he's a Seahawk.
Yeah. Well, like I always say, right? I have one.
Just like Jerry Rice.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like,
Seahawks legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my cousin Tom, right? I talk about him all the time. He is the biggest Niners fan you'll ever meet. And he hated Richard Sherman. He would text me all the time what a terrible person he is, this and that. And then I remember when he got traded to the Niners, it's like, what do you think about Sherm now? He's like, oh, I love him.
Oh, yeah.
He's the man. I was like, yeah. Like, even when Sherm played for the Seahawks, I think Thrill and I would talk about it like, I love him. But if he's not on your team,
I know why you hate him.
No.
I absolutely get it. But those are the guys you want on your team.
Correct. Right. There's a lot of those dudes out there.
You talk about, what's the name? Watt from the Steelers. If you ask me, I'll tell you, I hate this guy because he's so disruptive. Would I take him on my team? In a freaking heartbeat.
Yeah. Who's the defensive back? He started in Jacksonville, cornerback, and then LA. Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey.
I cannot
so
stand him.
Unless he plays for your team.
Right, but in his prime, if he had played for the Seahawks, like, he's obviously the best defensive back in the league.
I hate the guy's guts. I cannot stand him. If the Ravens picked him up, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
You my man.
It is weird how sports fans can be, right?
Except for maybe Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, him.
He might be the only player where I'd be like, man, we're taking him.
But what if it's Aaron Rodgers in his prime?
In his prime, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you want to win. In the end, you want to win. And if you have a polarizing figure on your team, but they're on your team, I don't know, you just feel like you're sticking it to everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like them, too bad. But when they're not on your team, like, he's a douche.
Right. Correct. And look, I mean, Miles, like, how much time did you spend in locker rooms, right? I grew up like there's some guys on your team that are really good. You don't like them.
No.
Their sense of humor sucks.
They don't like you.
Right. They don't like you, but...
You got some guys that are just dumber than a box of rocks. Mm-hmm. And they want to kick your ass.
I know. But for those 60 minutes, it's like,
got
guy's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that goes back and forth. Speaking of teammates, Tom Brady. Now, I was wrong. I thought Tom Brady was calling the Super Bowl. He is not.
Okay.
So he was given an interview earlier this week, and he said, I don't have a dog in the fight in this one. May the best team win. What do you say? I'm a different phase of my life. I really root for people and the people I care about, the people I know, the work that goes into it, and what they're trying to accomplish. So I sit back and I enjoy the game, enjoy the moment. Obviously, some of his old teammates are like, come on, Tom.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So if he's calling the game...
You want to be objective.
You have to be.
That makes sense.
Right.
But if you're not calling the game, it's almost like, what if the Buccaneers made it? Would he say the same thing?
But if he said it about the Bucks, I kind of go...
I get it because you're only there for 2 or 3 years.
You won a bowl. You won a championship, but you're only there for 2 years. Sorry, Tom Brady, you are... I mean, he's more Patriot than Pat the Patriot.
I know.
Right?
He's the face.
He is. The sharp line.
He's the face of the organization for its entirety.
I mean, there was a whole show on Vice this year, right? That was just the Brady-Belichick argument.
All right.
And it was 3 2-hour hour episodes. The first one was the case for Belichick. Mm-hmm. The next one was the case for Brady. And then the third one, they were basically like, there's two storylines here, right? You know what I mean? Like the first few Brady wins, that was all Belichick and those defenses, right? And then by the last few times he went, he was a really good quarterback.
Yeah, the other thing to remember about Tom Brady, I think because he's a part owner of the Raiders, it behooves you not to have an opinion about teams that are not your own.
Yeah,
that's part of it, right?
He's moved on to other things.
And that's part of it, because the way the NFL works, like, dude, you can say who you might think's going to win, and even then they frown on it if you have anything officially to do, but you certainly can't say who you want to win, right?
Correct.
Players
I didn't think
can,
about that.
But right, now that he's a part owner of the Raiders, like, I guarantee you the NFL is like, hey, man, everyone knows you're pulling for the Patriots. Just don't say anything. Shut up.
Correct. Well, and that's a good point. I didn't really think about that. And
Right.
the other thing
That's
is,
the one thing. Once you get into ownership stuff, you got to kind of keep your mouth shut about other teams.
Right. And then when you have Radio Row down there for Super Bowl week,
yeah,
a lot of ex-athletes are down there. Brands, they sponsored by somebody. And honestly, like, look, I think it's great, right? You watch any of the sports shows or whatever, you could stop and interview people. I still want to go down there one year and do it. And then they give you 10 or 15 minutes, and then, like, hey, I'm sponsored by Pinky's Plumbing today.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Or, they just get it in at the end. So that's why all those guys are down there around Super Bowl week. I'm not sure they all stay for the game, though.
I wonder if they do, because like you said, pretty much anyone who has played in the NFL currently or in the last 20 years seems to be down there right now.
Right. There's no way they all
like
go
all
to that
these
game.
different interviews with all these different players. I'm like, why is so-and-so there? The kicker from the Steelers or some crap like that. Like, what? And I'm like, oh, right. This is kind of like, I don't know, like a class reunion for everyone that plays in the NFL. Like, come on down at least for media week, right?
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I was an ex-player and they were like, hey, we want you to we're going to sponsor you and go down there for the week. And then, like, I don't know, like, all right. And then Saturday night, I just fly home and watch the game. Like, cool.
Yep, down with that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of awesome. All right, who do Americans want to win the game? This doesn't shock me. People are already tired of the Patriots. And frankly, I don't think the rest of the country really cares that much about the Seattle Seahawks because we're up here cut off from everybody.
I think people know they're good.
But it's just,
and that's about
it's not a team that's talked about much.
Yeah, I mean, look, it can't be a Super Bowl, but let's say it was like Jacksonville and the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't really care.
No.
I'd still watch the game, probably enjoy the party a little more.
I'll always watch Super Bowl, but sometimes
you would have
care.
to think that the teams that had Darnold hopefully are rooting for the Seahawks. And hopefully rooting for his success. Just like those jackasses got rid of their
I know a couple of players on the Vikings are absolutely rooting for
and the Carolina Panthers.
The Panthers, but there's definitely Vikings players
and
now
the Jets.
I'm saying
that have come out
not
and
the
been
fans,
like, hey, man, like, we like Sam.
Right.
We told you.
Him. We told you. Like, even the fan
We
base.
went 14-3, but thanks for J.J. McCarthy. It's been an awesome
Like
ride.
when Russell Wilson was let go. It was like, we told you. We told on the reverse end.
Yeah.
Like, we knew he was going to suck. Just go someplace else that's going to suck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a poll out there. 47 Americans have no opinion on who should win. Of those, 29% said, all right, Seahawks will win. The others said they're rooting for the Patriots. 16%, 8% aren't sure. Basically, the main thing is like, a lot of people are just like, yeah, I don't really care. Now, with that said, a high percentage of them are still like, oh, I'm going to watch it.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll watch Super Bowl every year no matter what.
Yeah, but I cannot wait. Coming in today, the Space Needle's got the 12 flag up there, and it's gorgeous out today.
It really is.
I would say take photos today if you want of that flag.
Today.
Turns
Rain crap tomorrow.
Right. Sunday's going to be a little brutal. And listen, I could tell you a bunch of stuff that's on. You got the opening ceremony tonight. You got, the NBA basketball, this and that. But goddamn it, we're in Seattle. We all know what we're doing this weekend. Let's lock in. Saturday, hit the stores, get the job done.
I would do it tonight, man.
I'm going tonight.
Are you?
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Saturday before the Super Bowl.
No.
Like, look, dude, it's like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It's a
I gotta
madhouse.
get there where the hot dog buns are still there, whatever I need.
Yeah.
If not, man, I'm going to get screwed.
Yeah, I'm going to brace it tomorrow and go. I got to pick up some little cocktail, little smokies. Yeah. But either way, get everything done. Sunday morning, get up. I don't know. You go to church, go do whatever it is.
What time is the game? Is it 3:30?
3:30.
3:30.
I have Googled it 1,000 times. I think it actually might kick off at 3:30.
I was going to say, is it actually starting at 3:30?
Well, because like the other games will be off by a few minutes.
Yeah.
This one says 3:30 on the dot.
Okay.
I would also say just keep in mind with the halftime show and everything else, that game usually going to be 4.5 hours.
Easily.
But just plan for everything else. Get locked in. Get your mind right. Go Hawks.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, we begin today with a story making national headlines. Earlier today in our nation's capital, a protest broke out near the Lincoln Memorial after a man was seen.
You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
What?
A hairless cat, man. You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
A loofah? As in the bathroom accoutrement for exfoliating your skin?
Yeah, man, a loofah. You ever use a hairless cat as a loofah?
Cheese and rice, Felix, no! What does that have to do with protests in Washington? And why would you use a hairless cat as a loofah?
It has nothing to do with the protests in Washington, man. And I didn't use a hairless cat as a loofah. I was asking you if you ever used a hairless cat as a loofah.
No!
What about a squeegee?
What about squeegees?
You ever use a hairless cat as a squeegee?
Felix, no. I've never used a hairless cat as a squeegee. Who uses a hairless cat as a squeegee?
I don't know anybody who uses a hairless cat as a squeegee. But again, man, I'm asking if you have ever used a hairless cat as a squeegee.
And I very honestly answered with a resounding no. I have never used a hairless cat as a squeegee. Why are you asking me these questions about hairless cats?
Well, I was thinking about getting a hairless cat, man.
Are you looking for a pet?
Not really, man. I was looking for a loofah and a squeegee.
Why don't you just buy a loofah and a squeegee then?
Why buy two things if you can buy one thing that can do two things? Like a Swiss Army knife.
You're comparing a hairless cat to a Swiss Army knife. A hairless cat is not a tool for your convenience, Felix. It's a living creature that needs to be cared for and nurtured.
Well, I'm a man who needs healthy skin and a clean windshield. What's your point, man?
I'm just ignoring you now. Back to our top story. Massive protests in our nation's capital after a man was seen with
a pencil eraser.
A pencil eraser? No, the man in Washington, D.C. did not have a pencil eraser. What he had...
I'm not talking about the protest, man. The hairless cat. Do you think a hairless cat can be used as a pencil eraser?
Are you suggesting that you put a hairless cat on top of a pencil?
What? No, man. That's crazy, Stone. No, man, I'm asking if you think a hairless cat could erase pencil.
I really don't know the answer to that, Felix.
Bottle opener?
Are we still asking about the possible utilities of a hairless cat, or are you just saying words now?
Little bit of both, man. Spitballing ideas for a hairless cat.
When I was a kid, my dad got a hairless cat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ever use it as a loofah or a squeegee?
No, of course not. We did use him as our accountant once.
You had a hairless cat and hired him as your accountant? Am I hearing this correctly?
Yeah, my dad hired him to do our finances.
A hairless cat did your family's finances?
Once, yeah.
What happened?
We went bankrupt. He would have been a better loofah.
That's what I've been saying.
Okay, let's just go to break.
Stone, we still have 3 minutes.
Let's go to break! We will be back next hour. Hello, everyone. This has been an In Action News broadcast, a Comedia Dysfunction. Watch all In Action News videos, new and old, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@inactionnews.
And make sure you like and subscribe, man. And be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms at In Action News.
Hey bro, Menthuru Muragada Besuto Bira. Super freshu, super strongu, taste boom. Big drink now, anatawa big man desa. No wait, no think. Just grab Menthuru Muraga. Сейчас. Kanpai. Menthuru Muragada Besuto Bira.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin, why is my seat wet?
What?
My seat. My seat is wet. Why is my seat wet?
Yeah, man. I may or I may not have urinated on your chair.
What?
I said I may or I may not have urinated.
I heard what you said! You urinated on my chair?
I did not say that, Stone. I said I may or I may not have urinated on your chair.
What?
Stone, you asked the question. Why is my seat wet? So I answered your question.
You didn't answer my question. You offered me a riddle about whether or not you urinated. Urinated, Felix, on my seat, where I am sitting.
Well, maybe you didn't ask the right question, Playboy.
Yeah, I would just ask Felix whether or not he peed on my seat.
I did not pee on your seat, Bonnie.
See how easy that is?
Right. Yes. Felix.
What's up, Playboy?
Felix.
What's on your mind, my guy?
What's up? Felix.
What's crackin' man?
Felix! Did you or did you not urinate on my chair?
You finally just asked.
Yes!
About time, man. It was almost like you didn't even want to know whether or not I peed on your seat.
And
I'm glad you asked, Stone, because I'm ready to answer.
Is this how you answer questions?
What do you mean?
Someone asks you a question, and before you just answer the question, you let people know that you are ready to answer the question.
That depends on the question, Playboy. Now, what did you ask me again?
Are you being serious right now, Felix?
Hard to say, man.
Yes or no, Felix? Did you urinate on my seat? Is that why my seat is wet?
Before I answer...
Cheese and rice!
Before I answer, Stone, what do you think?
Do I think you urinated on my chair?
That is correct.
I would like to believe that my coworker and friend would not urinate on my chair, but also I know it's not above you, Felix.
Yeah. So do you think I peed on your chair or not?
Did you?
Maybe, man. Maybe not.
Felix, I am sitting on a wet chair, my chair that I sit in every day to deliver hard-hitting and up-to-date headlines to our wonderful audience. I just want to know if you urinated on it or not.
I did not.
Wait, what?
I did not urinate on your chair, Playboy. I don't know why it's wet.
Why did you make it seem like you urinated on my chair?
I did no such thing, Stone. I said I may have or I may not have. That's all I said.
Felix, that is so misleading and infuriating. But I appreciate that you did not urinate on my chair.
It's the least I can do, Playboy.
It quite literally is the least you could do, but I still don't know why my chair is wet.
I peed on your chair earlier.
What?
I didn't mean to, but Felix made me laugh so hard I peed on your seat.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Let's go to break. We will be back next hour.
Let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go to Ohio, where the headline, Death by Trash Compactor, is not something that you want to hear. We head to Colorado with a fire-juggling unicyclist. According to cops, he is not in the clear. A court summons a girl to jury duty who was only 4. Oklahoma porch pirate is one you truly would adore. And 5 ice skaters get stranded on a drifting sheet of ice. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
On our top story, we go to Oklahoma City, where you never know who is stealing from you. A family came home one day to find that their package had been stolen right off of their porch. Like so many before them, they immediately took steps to track down the criminals, and as luck would have it, their doorbell camera was able to pick up the entire heist on film. Local police released the footage to the public, which features the porch and the 2 dogs that wandered onto it to steal the package. One of the 2 makes off with the parcel, which was later revealed to be a set of drill bits, and it runs out of sight. Police joked that there was clear intent, flawless teamwork, and zero remorse. Just pure tail-wagging confidence. They also say the dogs have pending charges for, are you ready for this, Ted? Conspiracy to commit snack theft.
Ooh.
Positively impersonating Master Thieves, and being ferociously adorable.
Well, at least someone didn't train their dog to do that.
Right.
Because that was my first thought when I read the headline. Like, oh my God, someone trained their dog to fetch packages.
I mean, you guys might be right. We don't know that.
Well, they found the package like in the yard.
Well, sure. If he didn't need drill bits.
Botched operation, right?
I thought maybe it was like a box from Chewy. Something like that.
Right.
Oh, you can smell it.
Right.
Yeah.
Dog smells it like, oh, yeah.
Well, I think that's how it started, because you can still order dog treats. It doesn't have to be through Chewy. It looked like an Amazon package, like a parcel. So they could still do it that way, and if you do it enough, then the dog just knows, oh, that's for me.
That's a good point.
Later. In other news, over to Connecticut, where finding jurors has gotten extreme. A man retrieved his mail one day to find the letter that we all dread in the mailbox, a jury summons. He opened it to face the music. Nobody ever likes seeing that. No, who's jazzed about, yes, jury duty?
People that don't have a job, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
But you have something to do, and they give you that little lousy per diem. But, like, if you have a job, I'm going to miss work, and you're going to pay me, like, pennies on the dollar to be like, come on, man.
Correct.
I will say this. I have a buddy. He didn't want to do it. Our other buddy's a lawyer and gave him the speech about it's your duty, this and that. He ends up doing it. He gets selected. He's on this jury for like 3 or 4 days. So over the course of a couple of days, he's talking to this juror next to him. That's how he got his job. Loves it.
No kidding.
The juror next to him basically hooked him up with the job.
Yeah. The guy's like, I live down in California, but, this is what I do, this and that. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, this is what I do. And he's like, I can get you an interview.
As long as we're still going. My mom, she was on a jury trial for a murder trial. Somebody had killed their husband, I think.
Oh, damn.
The usual way.
That's the juicy one, though.
Yeah, the usual way. So she was there for a few weeks, and then the jury deliberated for weeks, and then they hung the doggone jury. So all of it meant nothing. Ugh, nothing. Anyway, so this guy, he gets the jury summons. He opened the letter to face the music, but noticed that it was not his name that was on the summons, but instead it was his daughter's name. His 4-year-old daughter. He quickly reached out to officials that noted that while it's not unheard of, it's fairly rare for someone underage to receive a summons, and reassured him that his daughter would have no issue being excused. No, screw it. Put her on that damn jury.
Put her on the jury.
Put her on the damn jury. I want to see how she would do. We go to Denver, where they clearly have nothing going on at the moment. Police received several calls about a pedestrian impeding traffic. A lone man on a unicycle juggling fire. Did you guys see the videos?
Yes. I did.
It was great.
I know. Like,
what's the problem?
Right?
What is the problem?
But they started calling the cops on the guy.
Hold up traffic. He did it when it was white, when it was the walk light was on.
Yeah.
I mean,
right. He did what you're supposed to do.
If you're on a bicycle,
And he
you
crushed
cross the street, no big deal.
And look, I hate sitting on a red light, especially one that I didn't need to sit through.
Right.
So I might as well have a show.
That guy, yeah, you'd be like, okay. Cool.
Right. He was crushing it out there. It's, yeah. Drone footage was shared that showed the impressive performance, and while officers commend him for a job well done, they also took that moment to remind the public that what he's doing is indeed illegal. They restated a local ordinance about pedestrians impeding traffic and the dangers of if this particular stunt had gone wrong. As far as pursuing charges, there is no report of authorities ever tracking down the performer.
You can't say if something goes wrong. If anything goes wrong, it's not good.
Right. It's not going to be okay.
Yeah, if something goes wrong, you might crash your car. They're not going to tell you not to drive.
Exactly.
This is kind of a weak, hey, something could go wrong. Something go wrong with anything.
Right.
Jesus.
So maybe he stayed in the road a little bit longer than he should have, because they were like, this is definitely
illegal. Or was
illegal.
he impeding traffic because people that did have the right of way were slowing down watching him? Maybe that's it.
Could be. Causing a distraction.
Right.
But either way, like, he could still do that on the sidewalk, and
it's a good point.
You wouldn't have boo to say about it. We'll drive down the road. There's fireworks that are bursting all over the doggone place. This weekend, I guarantee you there's going to be fireworks.
Oh yeah.
Win or loss, a touchdown is going to lead to a firework. So whatever it is, fireworks.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for them, man.
I know.
I want to hear them.
I'm kind of interested to see what happens. Like how many are going to go off?
I know. I'm scared, but I'm also fine. I'm ready for it. But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
Over in the frozen tundra of Vermont, 5 ice skaters are grateful to be back on dry land after a scary situation. The group was out skating on Lake Champlain when an ice sheet separated from shore and drifted the 5 skaters out and onto the water, stranding them.
Big lake, too.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
Luckily, a group of witnesses were able to quickly deduce that something was wrong and called out asking, "You guys need help? Like, if you could call somebody to get in."
Yeah, we do.
They admitted that they needed help, needed a hand, and with the help of State Patrol and the Coast Guard, they were able to ferry the group back to shore without injury or incident.
All
So
right.
there you go. People to get. Also, good on that group of people that went, I don't think they meant to be drifting out into
No.
the open lake.
No.
You guys okay? Men's Room Sports. As Ted said, we've got Olympic coverage over on USC and NBC all weekend long.
Yay.
You've got college hoops over on TBS Sports, FS1 and Big Ten, pro basketball on ESPN and ABC. But let's get to the main event. Sunday at 3:30 p.m. NBC, the New England Patriots lay waiting in San Francisco to be met with the powerhouse known as your Seattle Seahawks for the final game of the season, Super Bowl 60 over on Channel 5.
Let's go.
Let's frickin' get it, boys. We need redemption.
Come on, Hawks.
Let's get it. First, your weather. We got scattered showers throughout the weekend with highs reaching the low 50s and lows reaching the low 40s. Should be back on Monday with a good chance of showers and a high of 51. That is it for your headlines. With that, go Hawks! Mike Hawkins out!
Time to pick up some Men's Room IPA from Black Raven, some Men's Room beer browns from Ollie's, and some Men's Room roasted red salsa from San Juan Salsa Company. Lovely Jolene up in seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true, but in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until then, please do what you do best. Stuff your face with pizza, and for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.